Partly sunny skies here in the beautiful Lehigh Valley of southeastern Pennsylvania. We've got FCS Championship second round action. Big crowd expected today. They're filing in for this local battle between Villanova and Lehigh. Villanova's head coach Mark Ferrante leading his team in against their longtime rivals, the undefeated Patriot League champion Mountain Hawks of Lehigh. Take a look at the FCS bracket. Winner of this game moves on to the quarterfinals against the number 4 seed Tarleton State. They take on North Dakota. We welcome you here to Goodman Stadium, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Robert Lee and 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion Barrett Brooks with you. Barrett, both these teams have been playing for a long time. Villanova's beaten Lehigh 11 straight times, going back almost 20 years. This is the biggest matchup they've ever had, though, today. Of course, and at this point, they want to make sure that they give them a proper entrance into the Patriot League for 2026. But this Lehigh team is a pretty good team, but Villanova, just because they have 2 losses, don't mean they're slouches. This is a very good team. Playoff football this time of year in this part of the country means cold weather, and both teams' coaches stressed running the football. Both teams are going to run the ball, but when you look at Villanova, I love the 2 backs that they have. I mean, they're explosive guys, and both guys give a little something. It's thunder and lightning. Isaiah Ragland's one of those guys, he's a bowling ball. He wants to get it downhill, and they run a dual concept. We have double teams. He gets in there, and he splits them. You look at Jabril Mace. He's more of a multifaceted guy, multi-positional. He can stay at the receiver position, running back position. He's a great returner. Great returner. On the other side, Lehigh has the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year, Luke Yoder. And he runs this system great for Lehigh. I love how he is able to take the zone scheme, one-step cut, get downhill, and he is not looking away for or shying away from any contact. He'd rather run you over and then break a big play rather than sit back, and allow you to hit him. He wants to initiate everything. Those are some of the players to look for in today's game. Mark Ferrante, the longtime head coach of Villanova in his 9th season. He has never lost to Lehigh, 6-0 record. All those games coming between 2017 and 2023. The winner of the best coach in FCS was Kevin Cahill of Lehigh. He won the Eddie Robinson Award, and his team is 12-0 this season, their first undefeated regular season since 2001. Villanova won the toss. They will receive. Villanova's in the white jerseys. Lehigh is in the brown jerseys. Villanova's dominated the series of late, as the kick will be a pooch kick that will bounce to the 30-yard line, be taken by an up back by the Wildcats, and they'll submarine out close to the 40, first down and 10. As Villanova will go on offense first in the white jerseys with quarterback Pat McQuaid. Pat McQuaid is one of those guys, he's just what you want. He's almost like a coach's son in the aspect. He can run anything that they want. He's going to break down this defense. He's going to give this coach definite feedback to see what plays will work towards this defense. And this defense is pretty good, especially the guys up front. They can rush the passer, but they need to stop the run versus this offense. So McQuaid, a 5th-year grad transfer from Nichols State, will take the ball on offense, first and 10 from the 38. In motion, Jabril Mace. It'll be a handoff for Mace. And he is brought down immediately after a short gain by Lehigh's top defensive player, Tyler Ohoyski. They run this read option, but the way they run, they slow players sometimes. But I love the way they take the back and they may line him up outside, especially Mace. He can stay out there and play the receiver position, but then he eventually comes back in and they slow read this and he'll take it downhill. He's a big play threat. Mace had a big game last week against Harvard, 88 yards and a touchdown, 26 yards on a reception as well, as Villanova crushed Harvard 52-7 in the first round. This will be another handoff for Mace. And another short gain out past the 40. Villanova's had a terrific year, 10-2 for Mark Ferrante and the Wildcats. They play in the CAA, the Coastal Athletic Association. They were 7-1. They've won 9 in a row for the first time since the 2009 championship season. And look at that stat, 5 turnovers all season, #1 in the country. That is crazy that, 5 turnovers. Teams usually average that every 3 games, but they don't do it at all. And that's why they're, have the record of the 8 wins that they have, because they don't make a lot of mistakes. First third down of the game. McQuaid has some time, stands in, throws, and it's in the dirt. Intended for his receiver at the 50-yard line, Luke Colella, 3 and out on the first drive of the game. Now I looked, and that defensive line's pretty good, but their star guy is T.J. Burke, and I don't know what they were having him doing. It's almost like he was sitting back trying to read and with the quarterback. I think they need to get him up the field rushing so he can be more of an impact player. Immediately into the game for Villanova is their punter. As you see, another look at that is intended for Colella, their leading receiver. Their punter is a fifth-year grad student, Luke Larson. He is the oldest player in Division I, 33 years old. From Australia, he'll kick a sidewinding kick that'll be taken on the run inside the 20-yard line. Heading up the field is Peltekian, the punt returner. There is a flag down at the end of the play, but a good return out past the 35.
Hey, look at it, Robert. Pads are popping right now. There's some major league hitting up there.
We'll get our first call of the game from referee Bruce Austin. And the sun is out now. It's like the weather gods knew that the game was about to start. The sun is out. It's supposed to be cloudy all day.
This is December. I'm used to seeing snow on the ground, and this is Upper East, northeastern teams. They're both used to the weather, so it's not going to affect either team any type of way because they're 45 miles from each other, like you stated earlier in the broadcast. But I just think at this point, you got to run the ball even if it's not windy.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Holding, receiving team, number 13. Personal foul, horse collar tackle, kicking team. Those penalties are all set, re-kick.
So to be a re-kick, that would be a horse collar tackle.
Yeah, he pulled the jersey from the back, and it was up high. He stopped him from going that direction. I mean, it's instant stop. It's hard to see, put your hands there like, oh, I didn't do it, when you see that type of reaction by the returner's body.
That was Jason Hall, a linebacker, number 11, but there was a penalty holding against Lehigh, so to be a re-kick from the same spot. Larson, the grad transfer from East Carolina, back out there at his own 27-yard line. Peltekian will do it again from the 25. This, a low spiraling kick, drives Peltekian back to the 12-yard line. Heading far side. And wrapped up and stopped at the 12, so a change of about 20 yards of field position there in the negative for Lehigh.
Much better coverage on that. And there seems to be some footing issues out there. Guys are sliding around. They got to make sure they gather up because, if on this kickoff return, you got to make sure these guys are going sideways instead of going north and south, and that's a great way to stop them by pushing them back. They actually lost a yard on return. And
that was the same player who just got the penalty. Jason Hall made the tackle. Hayden Johnson, the sophomore quarterback of Lehigh, comes out. You see his numbers on the season. He's also a rushing threat, 425 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns this season. He is a sophomore, and he'll hand it off on the jet sweep for Jaden Green. Not much doing over the right side. Green, the backup running back behind Luke Yoder.
They really want to get these guys moving up front. They want to make sure that they can't get those guys teeing up and really getting the pass rush up the field. They run a zone concept, so we're trying to get to the second level. They're going to slow it down a little bit. So watch this game. Penetration kills all run plays, and the team that can get more penetration on the offensive line will win this game.
Johnson, a 6'1", 205-pound sophomore from nearby Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Fakes the handoff, throws near side. It is caught by Mason Humphrey. He's out past the 25 for a first down to the 27-yard line. Lehigh having a dream season. They are 12-0. They're 7-0 in the Patriot League. They have tied a school record for wins. They have not lost at home, obviously. They're 6-0 on the season, and their ground game, both on offense and defense, has been stellar.
Yeah, stellar to say the least. They're 11-0 because they like to control the trenches. When you control the line of scrimmage on defense and offense, you usually tend to have great games. They are really good up front, both the offensive line and the defensive line for Lehigh.
Fresh set of downs for the Mountain Hawks in the brown jerseys. And it's a handoff for Yoder. Tripped up, fumbled the ball, and it's Rico. They're going to say he was down. They're going to say he was down as recovered by Villanova. Lehigh has not lost a fumble on offense all season.
Well, they said he was down. He came up kind of hobbled a little bit, kind of limped his way to the sideline.
So he's going out of the game right now, and it does look like the ground caused the fumble. We lauded Villanova, only 5 turnovers all season. Lehigh has only 7 turnovers, which is 4th in the country, and one of them was on special teams. They have not lost a fumble all season.
I mean, that stat alone is unreal. Both teams take care of the football. There's been 6 interceptions, no fumbles. They kept it true in that last play.
Dodged a bullet there after a gain of about 3. Yoder is out of the game on the sideline. And it's Johnson keeping over the right side. He's got room out past the 40 for a first down to the 43.
This is what makes this offense work, because you have to respect the quarterback.
And it was Matt Mahalik, the backup quarterback, came in to take that snap. And he'll go back out of the game now. Mahalik, much more of a running threat.
Yeah, I mean, he can do that. And then you look at Johnson. Johnson can do both. They are very confident in his ability to pass the ball, even though they make most of their hay running the rock.
You see those turnover numbers on the season. Lehigh is second in the country, allowing only 14 points a game. So Mahalik, the backup quarterback, came in for that running play and picked up a good gain there. Pick up a 14. In motion, Jamil, their top receiver, number 9. It's a handoff for Green. Running over the right side, gets out close to midfield. Solid opening drive for the Mountain Hawks.
Robert, Jaden Green, they're very confident in him. His ability to also break plays and get in there and mix it up also. Yes, Yoder is good, but they're confident in Jaden Green coming in and being a guy that can participate in this running game and be very successful at it.
You always hear coaches talk about turnovers and avoiding turnovers. No coincidence, 4 of those top 5 teams in the country made the FCS championship.
Right now, we need to look at the nose guard right now, 98.
Wobodeau.
Wobodeau, I was going to let you say that. Wobodeau's a really, really good player. He kind of leads this defense, not by words, but by straight effort.
This is a handoff for Green. Finds a hole over the left side. Is close to a first down at the 46. Now, unusual setup here because we are actually on the visiting sideline here. Lehigh's sideline, the home team is on the far side. Luke Yoder just went into the injury tent.
Yeah, you look at it on that play. He kind of got pushed back a little bit. We talked about it, lauded how he plays. This is a really good offensive line. He's going to have to go out there and really make his hay. I like the way this defense plays. They like to get up the field, create penetration. But this offensive line is very good at cutting guys off and sealing the backside. You're going to see a lot of cutbacks in this offense.
So it was enough for a first down. Green goes out of the game. Johnson fakes the handoff, stands in, has time, throws far side. It is caught. It is caught by Mason Humphrey, his second grab inside the 40. Again, the injury tent is up on the far side of the field, and Luke Yoder walked into the tent. He's the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year.
Had a great game this last game, over 200 yards. He is very instrumental in this offense. He's, one step cut away from taking it to the house.
So right now, the top 2 running backs for Lehigh are out of the game. Green getting a breather on the sideline, and Yoder in the injury tent. This will be a handoff for, no, Johnson keeps. And doesn't find much over the left side. He fumbled again, but he was down as Villanova thought they had ripped the ball out. Lehigh's offensive coordinator told us when they teach ball security, they say chin the ball and shut the back door. What did he mean by that?
Well, that means he makes sure that he has his entire hand, his front of his hand, over the top of the ball, and it's tucked tight to his chin as close as he can. That means that muscle right up on your bicep, and it's right up against the front of the ball is right up against your chin. If you have it there, that's great ball security.
He also said that Villanova's defense was the best he's seen on film at stripping the ball, separating the ball carrier from the ball. Almost halfway through the first quarter. Johnson, feeling the pressure, gets away. Johnson's going to scramble inside the 35 and stumbles forward to the 30-yard line to set up a manageable third down.
Yeah, you got to finish the deal. Right there, Aiden Howard got up the field, got the penetration, beat the guard up front, and when you got there, you got to finish it. You got to get up there and get him. Finish that deal, because I'll tell you what, Johnson is very, very good of making big plays, in an instant.
Check that second down coming up after a gain of 6 for Johnson. Jaden Green is back in there to the right of Johnson out of the shotgun. Green has 811 yards rushing this season and 8 touchdowns. Green will take it and methodically make his way forward for another first down to the 25.
Robert, I'm telling you, this is methodical offense. The way they run the ball will put you to sleep because they have really good receivers. Big receivers. They have 3 or 4 guys that are 6'3" and above.
So Lehigh methodically moving the ball as they have all season. They're averaging 34 points a game this year. Top 20 in the country. Play action. Johnson has time, throws down the middle. Blatant pass interference coming up here on Villanova's Zamir Dawood.
He's their best cover guy. He forced the issue that you can't get lulled to sleep, thinking you have to come down and support the run. As soon as you do that, that's when they go up top for a big play.
So this will be half the distance to the goal for the Mountain Hawks.
Pass interference, defense, number 15. Number 2, correction. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, you push the quarterback like that, you know, you only get one step, 2 the most. But then you look at it, you know, the receiver was beaten. That's their best cover guy. Dawood is their best cover guy. They've got to stay awake as far as stopping this offense. Stop the run first, and then you have the ability to go up there and rush the passer.
Dawood, third-team All-CAA. First and goal from just inside the 10. High snap. Green runs left. Green picking his way forward to the 5-yard line. Down to the 4.
You see that? You watch that offensive line. They stay on track. They're not necessarily blocking a man. What they're doing is they're blocking a space. Each guy gets out, blocks his space, and as he blocks his space, he gives the running back their time to hit the hole wherever he sees fit. There's never a place where you've got to run it to the outside. No, they give them autonomy to cut back if they see the cutback lane, but running a scheme like that, making those guys displace, really give them a great running game, because then you can pick what holes you want to pick as a running back.
This drive going on 8 minutes. And it's a handoff for Green, and he's thrown down by Capri Martin, the defensive lineman.
Getting up the field, causing penetration. Penetration kills run plays all the time. And when you run a zone scheme, that's what you have to do. You've got to get upfield. You got to reestablish that line of scrimmage. At least push those guys back. Don't give it, you know, a great look. Muddy the water up for the running back. Don't give him that read instantly.
Green goes out of the game, the time of possession and the number of plays. Huge difference in the first drive. Aaron Crossley, the third-string running back, is in there to the left of Johnson, number 5. Third and goal. Johnson takes it, throws it to Crossley, turns upfield and tackled at the 2-yard line by Zamir Dawood. 4th down decision here.
This is, you know, and this was a running back coming out of the backfield. Dawood comes up and makes a play. Great tackle. These cornerbacks are definitely good at come up and tackling. They play a lot of man-to-man.
And it looks like Lehigh is sending out the field goal team here. Would have been 4th and goal from the 3. It'd be Connor Poole, the kicker for Lehigh, to try to get the Mountain Hawks on the board. This drive has taken over 9 minutes. It's a fake. They're lining up in a regular offensive play. Crossley's alone in the backfield. He takes the snap. Crossley running right. Crossley is stopped at the 4-yard line. Villanova with the stand to the delight of their crowd.
Give your guys a shot. Now, that was a good run selection for Lehigh. They ran the zone play. They had all the guys they needed out there. But penetration got up the field on the outside. That's what you got to do. Get the penetration up the field, making sure that you don't give the better back a cutback lane and keep them up fried. Press that offensive line back. They made a play. This is exactly what you needed for Villanova. Villanova stops them from going in.
safety Anthony Hawkins makes the tackle at the goal line on 4th and goal, turning Lehigh away after a 9-minute drive. Let's take a look back at that run by Yoder. Where do you think the injury might have happened?
It's right there when he steps and he cuts. His foot lands wrong and he presses off. Oh, I hate to see things like that. I mean, I don't want to wish anybody any bad, but that's when he's not around somebody and it happens. It's tough. He has not been in since then.
Yeah, unsure what the injury is, but did not return after that play, went into the injury tent. Villanova backed up after the goal line stop, 1st and 10 from the 3. And it's a handoff. Villanova went 3 and out on their first drive, and they'll run it up the middle, but what a big boost for the Wildcats to stop them after a 9-minute drive as we take a look at Villanova's impact players. Some of the players to look for in today's game. Pat McQuaid, their quarterback, has put up big numbers this year. Jabril Mace, a home run threat, and on defense, Shane Hartzell is their top defensive player.
The heartbeat of their defense.
And offsides will be called on TJ Burke. Will cost Lehigh 5 yards.
Offside, defense number 0. 5-yard penalty remains, 2nd down.
So Pat McQuaid, the Villanova quarterback, well-traveled. He's from Solon, Ohio, which is near Cleveland. Played for his dad, who's a legendary coach in Ohio. He's a Hall of Famer. Started his career at Kent State in 21. He redshirted there, went to Mississippi Gulf Coast, a junior college, and then the last 2 years played well at Nichols State, an FCS school in Louisiana.
Southpaw, throws left-handed. And the offense coordinator say he goes crazy sometime calling plays for him.
McQuaid did not fool anybody there as Ohoyski makes another big play.
Flag in the secondary.
So Ohoyski made the stop, but some extracurricular activity perhaps in the secondary.
Great read by Horsky. I mean, a great read. Gets up the field. Impact play.
Referee Bruce Austin has been busy so far.
After the play was over, personal foul and necessary roughness, defense number 16. 15-yard penalty will result in an automatic 1st down.
Mason Moore, a senior safety for Lehigh.
Yeah, he gets up the field, and for the read, I mean, that you want to do that. You get up the field and force the read. Instead of force the read, he made him hand it off, but he was there to make the tackle. Definitely an impact play.
So Moore, the senior safety. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty leads to a 1st down for Villanova. McQuaid, the lefty, throws near side, caught by Kalala, trying to break a tackle, going backwards and brought down by DJ Brown, the cornerback, just shy of the 30.
Really good on the outside. They know they're going to go man-to-man, or it looks like more like quarters. It kind of looks like man-to-man with quarters. You get a read where you're going to go right up the field. You got to stay on it man-to-man. But you got to look. McQuaid is definitely good. McQuaid is definitely good at getting it out there. Strong arm to throw to the sideline like that.
McQuaid on the year, 22 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, 61% completion percentage. Takes the high snap, hands it off, and tripping and falling right at the 1st down marker was Isaiah Ragland.
Ragland saw it open up, and then all of a sudden his players turns around, his tight end ends up making him a tackle. Johnson was in the way. He was a step away from getting the 1st down.
So to be 3rd and short here from just shy of the 30. Ragland, 3rd-year sophomore from the D.C. area, Alexandria, Virginia. 152 yards, a career high against Harvard last week. 3rd and short. Ragland, submarined and somersaults forward for the 1st down of the 31.
They are calling a very aggressive game on Lehigh up front. They're sending guys from everywhere. That's the safety coming down and making a play from the outside. Hitting Ragland before he can get started. Moore.
Interestingly, we talked about the 2-pronged attack for Villanova. Isaiah Ragland and Jabril Mace. Their #1 running back for most of the year is David Avett. He was the CAA Rookie of the Year last year. He is out with an injury for the 4th straight game, so Avett not playing. Ragland and Mace in there toting the rock. Ragland motions into the backfield. And Ragland will keep over the left side and be brought down from behind by Matt Spatney, a defensive end.
You have to be, one of the key things you got to watch on this defense are the 2 guys up front, TJ Burke, and they got to look at Nelson. They play along the line of scrimmage very, very, strong. They get guys, put their hands on guys, press them back. It's not, he's mudding up that look for the running back. He can't take it. They want a double team, but they're not allowing the double team. That's those guys up front making it happen.
No gain on the play. Could be the last play of a very quick first quarter. 20 seconds left. McQuaid back to pass. Pressure's on. Trying to get away. He's sacked. Spatney again.
He is having one heck of a game, getting up the field, beating the tackle, and that's a strength for this team, for this Villanova offensive line.
That is the end of the first quarter, maybe a record.
That's the end of the first
Took
quarter.
about 23 minutes for the first quarter. The quarter itself is 15 minutes. The whole thing took about 23 minutes. Unbelievable. No score. Villanova Lehigh already to the second quarter. Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year, Tyler Ohoyski on the left. First team All-League, Matt Spatney on the right. Each a tackle for loss in that first quarter. As we head to the second quarter, Villanova has the ball. On 3rd and long. Scoreless here between these two local rivals. McQuaid back to pass, throws far side, well short of the first down. It is caught at the 32-yard line by Colella, their leading receiver, but Villanova will be forced to punt.
Yeah, there it is, and the reason why you see this game going the way it's going, that Lehigh did it the right way. They went out, instead of going out getting fast receivers and going out and get those tight ends, they went and built it from the ground up, in the trenches. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen. And you can tell just by the way these two teams are playing that they put a lot of stock in those O-lines and D-lines. That's why this game is going the way it's going.
Luke Larson out to punt for a second time. The Aussie puts his right foot into it. It's a low spiraling kick. It'll bounce outside the 30, be taken on one hop by Peltekian. Has some room far side and driven out of bounds shy of the 40. No score between these two schools. Winner moves on to the FCS quarterfinals. Lehigh located here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Goodman Stadium, it's about 60 miles north of Philadelphia. The Mountain Hawks having a 12-0 season, and you talk about Philadelphia, you talk about Villanova Wildcats. They're about 45 miles down the road on I-476, led by Mark Ferrante. They come out of the CAA. This is their last year in the CAA. They're going to be in the same league as Lehigh next year. The Patriot League, William and Mary, is moving as well. Lehigh's second offensive possession of the game. They were stopped inside the 5 on downs on their first drive. It's a handoff for Green. And a short gain over the left side for just a couple of yards. We talked to Lehigh's head coach, Kevin Cahill. We talked to him about Villanova. He's in his 3rd year with Lehigh. He said when he got here, he told his staff, I want to know what Villanova's doing. That's the kind of program we want to be. We want to have the success that they have. And he said when they go in as Lehigh to recruit against Villanova in Philadelphia, you can see Villanova's dominated the series. When they go into Philly to recruit against Villanova, he said it's, quote, impossible.
Yeah, you know, we talk about academically, you know, they're about the same, but when you look at trying to get those players, they have set the tone in the Northeast area as far as, you know, being a team that's been averaging like 10 wins a season.
This is a keeper for Johnson out close to the 45. You talked about the success that Villanova's had. They've won, and that was Mahalik, the backup quarterback again. 4 of the last 5 years, they've won at least 10 games. There's only 4 teams in FCS that have done that. Villanova, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and Montana State, arguably the 3 top teams at this level.
They are the 3 top teams, and all those teams, if you look at them, are really built fundamentally sound. They go about their way, and they do it the way they want to do it, and that's different from a lot of teams.
You see Yoder amongst our impact players at the start of the game. He was injured on his first carry, has not returned. 3rd down. Throw deep down the far side, incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Mason Humphrey, and Lehigh should be forced to punt.
You know, that's kind of weird because I'm looking at it. Zawad is their best corner, and they've been trying him, you know, just about every pass play. They're not afraid of him at all. It's hard to block against this Villanova defense because they put so much stuff at you. They got a 3-man line. They'll go off a 4-man line. I asked them, well, what do you call pressure? They said, well, bringing pressure is bringing 5 guys. They brought 4 there, and it looked like they were blitzing because those 3 defensive line went up the field, and then they blitzed the linebacker.
Keep an eye on punt returner Braden Reed, one of the best in the country, a true freshman. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 11. We'll step aside. These two teams still throwing jabs. No haymakers yet. Scoreless from Bethlehem. Last week, Villanova crushed Harvard in the first round, 52-7, and quarterback Pat McQuaid had a big game.
A huge game. You know, we talk about a guy that has a strong arm, but he's a coach on the field, and that's why they love him. But, you know, look here. His receivers go out, and they play the game for him. They'll go out and get it from him. They make him right. And that's a lot of the times, you know, a lot of teams will want their guy to make him right. He definitely does that. The coach might have got called a great play. He'll make it a great play. And plus, it's really hard calling a game, you know, for a lefty. You know, you have to change everything up in your mind as an offensive coordinator. And, you know, sometimes he finds that, you know, it's really hard, and he makes them right by getting them in the right play.
Villanova, however, has really struggled so far here. They've got -6 rushing yards. What do you think they need to change up here? We'll finish that thought after this play as they run it over the left side for a short gain. No, breaking free, Jabril Mace. And Mace, with Villanova's best play of the game, takes it out past the 20. What have you seen from their offense so far?
Well, right now that defensive line is getting up and they're getting pressure, you know, jumping the gaps. But you watch here, you can't abandon that. You got to give your guys an opportunity to get warmed up. You know, it's going into the second half, but once those double teams start taking effect on the defensive lineman, then you'll start seeing runs go from like 10 yards and 5 yards and 8 yards, and then the offense will get going again.
Mace, a home run hitter, 5 of his 11 touchdowns this year on offense, over 20 yards. They fake it to him, they throw, incomplete. Broken up by Aiden Singleton, intended for Braden Reed, the wide receiver.
Great defense on the outside. They're running quarters, and the quarterback, I mean, you watch that corner, he sat down on the route, and he was able to go out and knock it out the receiver's hands. Great pass breakup right there. Very patient.
It'll set up a second down in a scoreless game with under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Each team averages about 32, 33 points a game, but nothing so far. Ragland in motion. And it's Ragland breaking a tackle on the right side, doing a good job creating something out of nothing to the 30-yard line, a gain of about 8.
Love that play. That's a counter. We call it a counter tray. They pull the backside guard, backside tackle, and then you double team the front side and just let the back come around the corner and pick a hole on the front side. Those double teams are going to really start, you know, having an effect on those defensive linemen. Now they're not getting as much penetration. They run duo. Duo is is a play where you get double teams across the line.
3rd and 2. Ragland stop short. It'll be 4th down.
It's the war of attrition, Robert, the war of attrition. Who's going to keep their offense on the field long enough and a long enough drive to really get these defenses tired? And that team will start scoring. You got to have your offense on the field longer than the opposing offense, and those double teams up front will start taking a toll.
The time of possession about 2-1 in favor of Lehigh, thanks mainly to that 9-minute drive they have that ended on downs inside the 5. Another punt for Luke Larson. Short kick. Fair catch called for and made by Peltekian at about the 32. Just over 10.5 to go first half. Lehigh and Villanova scoreless in the FCS Championship second round.
Introducing SportsCenter for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Goodman Stadium hosting its first FCS playoff game since 2004. The Mountain Hawks just won the Patriot League title for the 14th time, which is the most in Patriot League history. Second straight year. Last year they beat Richmond in the first round, lost at Idaho in the second round. Haven't been to the quarterfinals since 2011. As you look at their playoff history, very proud tradition here at Lehigh that Kevin Cahill has resurrected. 2 wins his first year, 9 wins the league title last year, 12 wins undefeated this year.
Systematically changed the culture up here at Lehigh. He stated that, they didn't even wear Lehigh stuff when he first got here. But look at what's going on now. They wear it every day.
He's telling them to take it off so it doesn't start smelling.
Right.
Put it in the laundry, guys. And line of scrimmage. And we talked to Kevin Cahill, who played quarterback at Springfield College in Massachusetts.
Offside defense.
Offsides penalty coming up.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
Kevin Cahill was an outstanding quarterback for Springfield back in the late 90s. We asked him about his play. He said, I had a pretty low completion percentage, but I could throw the ball pretty hard. He was also a pitcher on the baseball team. He had a no-hitter. He was a little wild. He called himself Ricky Vaughn from Major League, but he had a nice career there. And he had one very famous teammate who we'll tell you about right after this play. Johnson, his quarterback, throws it to Jamil. for a first down out to the 45. His center at Springfield College was none other than WWE superstar John Cena.
John Cena, you can't see me, which is kind of fitting because this is a Lehigh area, and The Rock is actually from this area.
Okay.
The Rock is from the Lehigh area. But when you look at this, I'll tell you what, John Cena is your center. And he didn't know, he was a freshman, he didn't know the offense. And John Cena started making the checks for him and the calls for him. Picture that.
Said he was yelling at him. He said, why don't you make the checks? And Cena said, sounds good. Handoff here on first down for Green. And a short run over the left side as he spins forward close to midfield.
And you know, John Cena is your center. Wow, you know, I mean, that's pretty famous. To take a snap from John Cena, that's pretty good, man. You know, to put your hands in John. Well, let me.
Yeah. You're a lineman. I know you go there, but we're going to steer clear of that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about stories. He said there were stories that he can't tell us even, you know. So I can only imagine the stories with John Cena.
Couldn't see the stories,
yeah,
right?
There you go. You can't see me.
Johnson on second down. Fakes the handoff, rolls out right, looking to throw on the flat, stops, gets away from one man, hit as he throws, and he throws it out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, it was some type of mistake because there was nobody that was coming back on it.
Ground and quarterback was outside the tackle box.
What have you seen from the Lehigh offense so far, especially with Yoder not playing?
Well, you know, they're trying to get this running game going also, but they have so many guys that could rush the passer and get up the field.
Yoder just jogged back onto the field, and now he's jogging off the field. So Yoder, number 6, jogged onto the field briefly on third down, then he ran back off the field. So an encouraging sign for the many Lehigh fans here.
They want to get him on first and second down as opposed to a passing down on third down.
Jaden Green, an excellent pass protector in there on third and medium. Pressure's on. Johnson ducks one way, goes the other. Looking downfield, throws, and it is caught by Jaden Green for a first down at the 44.
That's why they took Yoder out. He is a really good pass-catching running back that they use on third down. You know, come in, and he comes back forward, sits down, making sure he has his feet in. The DB was just almost there, but that's what you need. You need a guy that's going to make sure and guarantee the catch, and that's exactly what Green did. I mean, the linebacker on that play.
Green, a sophomore from San Francisco, second team All-Patriot League for the second straight year. Lehigh into Villanova territory.
It's a pretty good thunder and lightning combo also. Yoder and Green.
Yeah, that tush push. Appropriate in this part of the country, went forward a couple of yards.
Absolutely, you just can't stop driving. As an offensive lineman, if that whistle doesn't blow, you've got to finish blocks, and that's what you saw right there. It went from a no gain from the initial point of attack to pushing them back and gaining 2 yards on the play.
So Luke Yoder is back in the game in the backfield. He's a sophomore from Florida, Tampa area. Top 10 in the country, over 1,300 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns this year. Appeared to be injured on the first play of the game. He's back in here on second down to the left of Johnson. Johnson will keep over the left side and takes it close to the 40. This was Yoder's only carry of the game to this point.
You know, he falls on the play, he does something to his foot or his ankle, and he was out after that. Once again, it's a third down play, so they take him out. They want to put Green in, who's a really good pass catching and also pass blocking running back also. So, you know, you want him to be in the game. You definitely want Yoder in the game, but they need to save him for these impact downs on first and second down.
Sets up a third down past the midway point of the second quarter. Feaster in motion. Johnson takes the shotgun snap, pressures on, throws near side, incomplete. Too high intended for Matt Davino, and it'll be fourth down. See what Lehigh decides to do here. They will punt.
Yeah, you know, Hayden Johnson, the offensive coordinator, said that he is very adept at going out and throwing the ball. He's a little off right now, but this is, you know, it's a long game. They still have some time left. They've got to make sure they secure on the outside their receivers getting the ball. That was just too high. He's got to become more accurate to keep the chains moving. This may come down to the end of the game, whoever has the ball last. No score, this is exactly what I was anticipating.
Connor Poole is the punter. He'll take his time and pooch it Not very far. It bounces at the 17, takes a great Lehigh bounce out of bounds inside the 10.
Talk about a professional punt. You know, you're trying to pin them down there. I mean, that's a pretty good punt. Pin them inside the 10. Pretty good punter there.
He was first team All-Patriot League as the punter this season. This is the first of 8 second-round games in the FCS playoffs today. All the games start at noon local time, except for UC Davis, Rhode Island. So depending on what time zone you're in, they all start at noon, but staggered throughout the day, Eastern time. North Dakota State, the heavy favorite. Winner of this game takes on Tarleton State and North Dakota on the bottom of the bracket. And that URI UC Davis game will be on ESPN2 late tonight from out west. This is a handoff from Mace. Stays on his feet for a short, decent gain out to the 13. Let's talk Tarleton State. They're the favorite in that game against North Dakota. They're the highest scoring team in the country, 45 points a game. Barrett, I'm going to give you a stat that blows your mind.
What's that?
Their turnover margin for the year in 12 games is plus 29. It's almost, it's almost impossible.
Yeah,
plus 29.
How is that even possible?
It's unbelievable. My eyes almost popped out of my head.
Right.
Caught by Colella, trying to break a tackle and brought down for a first down at the 25.
Wow. That's an unbelievable stat. Plus 29.
7 turnovers, forced 36.
That defense is unbelievable. I mean, really unbelievable.
And you see the top 4 seeds, North Dakota State, the heavy favorite, the only undefeated FCS team besides Lehigh, Montana State and Montana on the Big Sky, Tarleton State and North Dakota. The winner of that game faces the winner here. North Dakota State won the championship last year. Fresh set of downs, McQuaid throws to the right side, starting to get into a rhythm. Good gain of 9 out to the 34.
Yeah, he sits down on the stick route, turns around, makes himself available to the quarterback, and that delivers a catchable ball. Once he becomes more accurate and get it to him, this is going to be, you know, open this game up a little bit. If the running game's not going, let's start passing it. He has some very, very good receivers on the outside. A pretty good, you know, pass tight end also. They've got to take advantage of it, but they have to protect up front. This is a really good defensive line that they're facing in Lehigh.
Colella, transfer from Princeton, second team All-League, leader in receptions and yards. Second and short. And it's a handoff for Mace. Over the right side, has a first down, getting out close to midfield. You talk to the coaches and they use the term slow mesh, which has really become more in vogue in recent years. Tell the viewers what that means.
What that means is at the point of attack where the running back and the quarterback have the ball, they slow play it, giving, you know, the quarterback enough time to read who they're reading. They might be reading the defensive end, they might be reading the linebacker, but it gives them a little more sense of who they're reading, and then if it's outside, they're going to hand it off inside. If they're staying inside, then they're going to let the quarterback run it to the outside. Very, very good system that they're using here.
Also count how many players are in the box as they throw it near side. Incomplete for Binkowski. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I love the fact that he's starting to open the game up a little more. You know, like I said, the lefty's starting to let it cook a little bit. He has a strong enough arm to hit the outside routes, but then when you watch, once again, he starts running the ball. When you do that, it opens up the run. Get the passing going to open up the run.
I want you to know the weather app said it'd be 95% cloud cover today. It is gorgeous here at Goodman Stadium on second down. McQuaid throws far side, and it is caught across midfield, a couple yards shy of the first down. Good grab made there.
That is, you know, a good read by the quarterback. He's trying to take advantage of the coverage that's on the inside. That way you get a linebacker on a receiver. That's a matchup that you want, or a linebacker on a safety. You know, you tend to want those guys to be, because they're more so where guys don't come up and tackle or play the middle of the field. Make them cover in man-to-man.
First grab of the day for sophomore Chris Colby. Listen to this crowd. 3rd down and 2. Final 4 minutes of a scoreless first half. Here's that slow mesh concept. McQuaid throws, and it was behind his receiver, incomplete. Intended for Braden Reed, who had a step.
Yeah, he did have a step. That's what I'm saying. You have to be more accurate in throwing the ball. This is 4th and 2. And they're in the Philadelphia area. I know they don't do the tush push, but I might have taken that chance.
It's interesting. Both teams have had a 4th down between about the 40 and 50. I think if this game was 28-24, they both would have gone for it.
Absolutely.
But in a scoreless game, they're playing field position.
Two top dogs.
It looks like it's going to be a low-scoring game. It obviously is so far. So they want to play field position on 4th and 2. Larson boots it away. Wobbly kick, bounces inside the 15, and will be downed inside the 10.
Another great punt. Another great punt.
3.5 to go first half. Defenses ruling the day so far. FCS Championship will end in Nashville this year for the championship in January. As the Dakota schools have dominated in recent years, we take a look at the most recent champions, North Dakota State, the dynasty of this level in FCS. But South Dakota State has had a good run as well. Their old coach just got hired at Iowa State yesterday, Sam Houston, with now Temple coach Casey Keeler and James Madison. They've made the move to FBS pretty seamlessly.
Yes, they have. Been very competitive. Talking about somebody that might be in the FBS playoffs.
Yes, Eastern Washington won the title back in 2010 as well. Both these teams looking to take the next step towards the championship. Robert Lee, Barrett Brooks, our entire terrific ESPN team with you from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And running over the right side for a short gain, the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Lehigh had 85 yards on the first drive of the game, just 32 since. And that was Yoder's second carry of the game.
He is the impact player they need to get going. If they can start running the ball, I think he has to be the key that opens the door for the running game.
And the question has to be raised, how healthy is he? Does he have his usual burst, his usual power that's powered him to over 1,300 yards this season? Jamil in motion on second down. Johnson pump fakes, hesitates, throws over the middle, out to the 15, and tackled immediately is Matt Davino. Tackle made by Shane Hartzell. First time we've called his name out. He's a first-team All-CAA player, fifth-year senior from nearby Percy, Pennsylvania. 20 miles south of here, he's a captain.
Yeah, and talking about the guy, the prototypical linebacker that you want on your team. Doesn't do a lot of stuff great, but does everything very, very, very good.
On and off the field. As coach said, summer vacation, we got 93 guys. He is the very least worried about Shane Hartzell out of the 93. Says does the right thing all the time. See if he can do the right thing here on third down. Johnson alone in the backfield. Pressure's on, throws over the middle. It is caught for a first down out past the 20. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Jeffrey Jamil will move the sticks.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
We'll step aside as well. Final 2 minutes in a scoreless game here in southeastern Pennsylvania. faithful have been treated to a great season. Their Lehigh football team 12-0 this year. At the FCS and FBS level, only 4 teams are still unbeaten. North Dakota State and 2 schools you may have heard of that are playing in Indianapolis tonight, Ohio State and Indiana.
Oh, absolutely. And Lehigh is living up to the 12-0 record right now.
Lehigh's longest play in this game, 13 yards. Villanova, 12 yards. That's some strong defense.
Love the defensive battle. You know, they say it's boring because there's no scoring. No, this is great. The matchups are tremendous in this game in the trenches.
What a chess match this has been so far, offense versus defense. Johnson on first down from just outside the 20. Each team all 3 timeouts left, and it is a run of about 5 or 6 over the left side. So both teams have 3 timeouts. Lehigh will receive the second half kickoff.
Yeah, this 3 yards in the cloud of dust. Give it to Yoder. Let him close this half out, and then come back. You got to still pound the rock. You got to pound the ball. Don't get away from what got you here. They're 12-0 because they run the ball successfully.
About 30 seconds between plays. That's a throw out into the flat for Jamil. Has a first down, will stop the clock to the 34. And they'll move the sticks with 1:23 to go.
Both quarterbacks are starting to be very confident throwing the ball to the outside. Want to see how the defense is going to counter that. Are they going to play tighter in the formation to make them throw a perfect pass?
Johnson, a lot of time, throws down the middle. What a grab. Jeffrey Jamil across midfield.
That is a great pass up the seam, trusting his receiver, his A1 guy, Jamil. I mean, that was just a great ball. He extended, was able to catch it, get the chains moving. We talk about long plays. That's exactly what the doctor ordered going in for the halftime.
Longest play from scrimmage for either team. Jamil across midfield to the 46. Johnson working with tempo, stands in, flushed, throws and throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be second down with 52 seconds to go.
Yeah, live to fight another day. Man. Well, you know, on that play, you look at him, he put his head down. You know why? Because if he'd have hit him in stride, there was nobody between him and the end zone. But he still had a great catch by Jamil. Great catch by him.
It was a 20-yard gain, longest play of the day. Jamil is Lehigh's leader in receptions and yards. He's in the top 10 nationally, 1,026 receiving yards. A senior from Cape Cod. A lot of time for Johnson again. Throws the back shoulder, and it is incomplete. Incomplete at about the 25-yard line intended.
There, watch on this pass play. I mean, if he'd just put it in his hands, there was nobody between him and the end zone. This would have been 6. He wish he had that ball back. But you still got to go out and catch the ball. In this last play, it was a really good back shoulder throw. The DB was there to contest it a little bit, but you got to have that. You got to catch those type of balls.
And a big play coming up here, 3rd down and 10 with 47 seconds left. Got to think Lehigh would punt it if they don't get the first down here with only less than a minute left to go in the half. 4 receivers. Johnson steps up, throws off balance, incomplete. Intended for Jamil, but broken up by Villanova's SCM.
Yeah, I mean, really good play. He's in the slot. He is able to come up and make a great play for him. Tyson, tight coverage, gets his hands in there. He doesn't go over the back. It was just a good play.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 36.
It was Bostic on the pass breakup, and Hartzell did a good job shadowing the quarterback, number 31, to prevent him from running for the first down. So it'll be another punt.
Yep, they're only rushing 3, and getting pressure on them with just rushing 3.
So called on again is the punter and kicker, Connor Poole. 41 seconds left. No rush. Pooches it. It's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. Now there's only 34 seconds left. Villanova has all 3 timeouts. See how aggressive they want to be here. NCAA FCS Championship coverage continues with quarterfinal coverage next Friday and Saturday on the ESPN family of networks. For more information, visit NCAA.com, the home for all NCAA championships. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a look at another heated rivalry, the Brawl of the Wild between Montana and Montana State. Also look at the Ivy League joining the FCS playoffs. Yale with a big win last week. Villanova beat Harvard, the Ancient Eight, back in the FCS playoffs. How aggressive do you think they are here? Is it just a running play to see if you break something?
I think it's going to be a running play.
And it is. Now, Lehigh also has all 3 timeouts. If they choose to use one, there's 25 seconds left. They may just let the clock run out and both go into the locker room.
You don't want to go out there and risk anything. You know, you don't want to turnover. So you got to be very, very good at protecting the ball. Even on the run plays, you don't want to give up a penalty or put them in a position where they get a fumble.
No way they're going to run another play here. Lehigh's not calling a timeout. Villanova's not calling a timeout. That is the end of a defensive first half. No score between Lehigh and Villanova. The winner moves on to the FCS quarterfinals next weekend to take on the winner of Tarleton State in North Dakota. 30 minutes to decide this one. It has been a defensive struggle.
Love it, love it. You know, this is the type of football games I love to watch, and everybody wants to see scoring. But just look at the little details you see from these defenses, how they're playing up tight, how the defensive lines are getting up the field and stopping both teams from running the ball. We thought this was going to be a track meet with the running ability of both teams, but no. Each team are taking and licking their wounds in the running game, going back to this locker room and figure out what they can do to get the run games going.
Step aside. Plenty to come on the halftime show. Villanova 0, Lehigh 0. Halftime show coming up, FCS second round. Halftime, FCS second round, Villanova taking on Lehigh. Lehigh recently played Lafayette for the 161st time, a matchup simply known as the rivalry. Let's go to Big Sky Country and take a deeper look at the rivalry between Montana and Montana State, the incredibly named Brawl of the Wild.
So many kids from the state of Montana, this is their Super Bowl, the best rivalry game, arguably in the college football landscape.
The Grizz-Cat game.
Cat Grizz all the way.
I mean, C comes before G anyways. I don't know why anyone would call it Grizz-Cat. It's Cat Grizz.
Just tell them to check that overall record. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me.
You betcha. However one says it, they are guaranteed to anger half of Montana. There are 204 miles of interstate between Missoula and Bozeman. And to the fans of the Montana Grizzlies and Montana State Bobcats, anger is the point in a rivalry that so perfectly divides the state while also so perfectly defining it.
That disdain and that dislike for them is just born in you.
It's small communities where there's people on both sides that are going to argue it probably every day of the year. It's within families that there's people on both sides.
I don't even like going to Missoula, spending much time there. My fiance lives there, so I have to go there a lot more than I wish I did.
As a player, you're not allowed to talk about the game until it's the week of the game. You're not allowed to use Montana in front of their name. The team doesn't stay in Bozeman.
The hotels are too expensive, so no, I don't like to stay in Bozeman.
The most played rivalry west of the Mississippi was first played in 1897. William McKinley was president. Montana had been a state for barely 8 years, and the legal forward pass was still 9 years away. A Montana-sized mountain of malice, equaled in elevation by a pile of memories and moments, like the streak.
It's a lopsided rivalry, and we like keeping it that way. 16 in a row, starting in 1986.
Back to pass, they go for the corner. Touchdown, Montana.
He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzly.
He's going to the end zone. Touchdown, Montana. 55 yards.
We literally talked about the streak, keeping the streak alive. It was very intense and a lot of pride.
27 seconds left on the clock. They pitch to Kinnaman. He's running to his left. Touchdown, Bobcats. They are going bonkers here in Bozeman.
You didn't want to be known as the team that ended the streak.
Here is the kick. Chris Hefner, 37 yards. The kick is up, and it is good. The Montana Grizzlies have come back to win this football game 27-25. The Grizzlies are going nuts on the field. The Bobcats can't believe it.
I was maybe one or two, but I still hear about it today. You know, Travis Lulay going out there as a freshman, winning it, breaking the streak.
15, 10, 5, touchdown Bobcats. It's over. The streak is over. The game is over. And the Bobcats end the streak where it began in Missoula. Oh, baby.
And then Miracle in Missoula, Tucker Yates punching it out on the goal line for the Cats to win.
Eastwood did not make it. Ball out. And the Bobcats get it. The Bobcats win the game.
It's something that every single game, every memory, every series, every play sticks in your heart if you're a player that played in it.
We'll be back with plenty more from Goodman Stadium at halftime right after this. Welcome back to the FCS second round here in the Lehigh Valley. Villanova taking on the Mountain Hawks. This season marks the return of the Ivy League to the postseason after over a 9-decade absence. Our Jeremy Schaap examines how the ancient eight shaped college football. We'll be back with plenty more from Goodman. After over a 9-decade absence, our Jeremy Schaap examines how the ancient eight shaped college football.
Pasadena, New Year's Day 1934. Stanford is heavily favored to win the Rose Bowl. But the Lions of Columbia run a trick play, KF-79, and it produces the game's only score. It was the fourth appearance and second victory in the Rose Bowl for a team from the Ivy League. That was almost 92 years ago. Since then, no Ivy League team has played in a bowl game, any bowl game, or any postseason game, which is remarkable because the institutions that have given us so many of America's leaders gave us football too. The sport was popularized and for decades dominated by the so-called Ancient Eight. In the beginning, in the second half of the 19th century, football was essentially created by Ivy League players and coaches. Walter Camp, Pop Warner, Amos Alonzo Stagg, John Heisman. They could all be on college football's Mount Rushmore. Their names still familiar, and they were all Ivy Leaguers. From the 1870s up through the 1930s, the Ivy League racked up dozens of national titles. But then, after World War II, the Ivy schools came together and decided to de-emphasize sports, especially football, because they didn't like what they saw as the game's growing importance. Just like that, the Ivies simply withdrew from the national stage in football, even as they allowed their teams in every other sport to compete for championships. And they've won plenty of them.
Cornell will bring a championship home to Ithaca.
Now, the Ivy League is back in the football championship picture. This year, for the first time, the league will send its champion to the FCS Playoffs, accepting an automatic bid. Finally, the Ivies get a chance to win it all, again.
It's caught! Touchdown!
Surely Walter Camp and Pop Warner, Stagg and Heisman, and so many others would say, "Hear, hear, it's about time. After all, we built this game."
We'll be back with plenty more from Goodman Stadium at halftime right after this. Halftime continues here at Goodman Stadium on a beautiful day in the Lehigh Valley. Scoreless between Villanova and Lehigh. Winner moves on to the FCS quarterfinals. Robert Lee, 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl 40 champ with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Barrett Brooks with you. A game you gotta love here. I mean, no score, not a ton of offense. The longest play for either team was 20 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, you know, it's a defensive battle. You can check out what each team is trying to do to combat what the other team is doing. They're both stopping the run. They're getting too much penetration on the offensive lines, who are pretty good. So who's gonna be able to go out there and reestablish and get a run game going? I'm looking at McQuaid. I think he's gonna go out there and pass the ball a little more. Johnson, they're gonna start with that read option. He's gonna run the ball a little more. They have to figure out where they can find some common ground and running the ball and passing the ball if you're if you look at the Wildcats.
If you missed the first 30 minutes, there was really only one serious scoring chance. That was Lehigh's first drive of the game as we take a look at some of those plays.
Yeah, you look at Yoda right here, and this is where he got hurt and was out a substantial portion of the game. You know, he did eventually come back, and he's probably back now. They've been running on first and second down. But, you know, he's their impact player. He gets this offense really going, so his coming back, I think it's going to be okay. Now, watch here. This is Johnson. Johnson has to be more effective in the running game. He's had to put more on his shoulders at being the guy that, all right, he's got to complete passes. He's got to make sure he runs the ball in the read option. These guys can go out there and really dictate tempo if they're able to get things going.
This was the fourth down play inside the 5-yard line. Villanova stopped Lehigh inside the 5. Neither team got into the red zone the rest of the first half. Second half is coming up. Winner moves on to the final 8, the quarterfinals next week. Scoreless heading into the second half. You're watching the FCS Championship on ESPN. Second half from Goodman Stadium. Where better to spend the holidays than Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Lehigh and Villanova scoreless to go to the second half. Kevin Cahill saw his team shut out in that first half. Both teams averaged 30 points a game. You see the last time each of them was in a scoreless game. Villanova over 20 years ago. Lehigh about four or 5 years ago. Mark Ferrante, Kevin Cahill, what was the message in the locker room at halftime?
Well, when you're Lehigh, they're thinking, all right, we got our guy back, Yodel's back. We've got to establish the run. We got to go out there and run. And I really think that the Wildcats are thinking in their locker room, all right, we just got to open up the offense a little more. We've been in this position before. We're used to being a team that's in the playoffs. So I think they have a little more of an advantage of understanding what they need to do to get things going. But at the end of the day, I think running the ball is definitely key for both teams, and stopping a run defensively for both teams is definitely what they're going to try to do and continue to do.
Jack Barnum is the kicker for Villanova. He's on for the first time in this game. He'll kick it away from the 35, and it'll be taken at the 7-yard line by Lehigh. And out to about the 25 as we look at the first half stats. There was not a lot of offense. Lehigh about doubled up Villanova in total yards, but it's not like either team was marching up and down the field.
Oh, you mean that was the first 5? No, that's not the first 5 minutes. It's the entire half. But yeah, you know, this is a great defensive battle. We talked a lot about both defenses coming in, and you know, that's exactly what we see. I knew it was going to be a, you know, low-scoring game simply because the defenses are so well. They're built the right way. Both teams are very good in the trenches. So because of that, it's going to be hard for each team to get anything going.
Yoder is in there running back to the left of Johnson. Had only a handful of carries in the first half. They throw far side, wide open man at the 45, trying to shake his way up the middle of the field, on the far side of the field, and the biggest gain of the day on the first play of the second half for Lehigh. It's Matt Davino.
Yeah, you know, how about Johnson? He makes me a liar. You know, he goes out, the first play he does it, he goes out and throws a pass. Caught him in quarters coverage, and on that quarters coverage, they had high-load him with a running back on, tight end on the outside and a receiver over the top, and he picked up the big play down the field. Great pass, great play by this offense.
36-yard gain to Davino, sophomore from Central New Jersey, Montgomery, New Jersey. So the first play of the second half, Lehigh with its biggest play of the game so far, takes it into Villanova territory, 1st and 10. It's Yoder breaking into the secondary. Luke Yoder to the 20 and ridden down inside the 10.
Big playability, just pick a hole. This is a simple play. It's just outside zone. Get that defensive line running sideways instead of getting up the field and just pick a hole. One-step cut, take it downhill. This is why he won the award last week, and this week he's got to be the point of emphasis in this running game.
31-yard run for Yoder, the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year, and it's 1st and goal in 2 plays, now at the 8-yard line. Mountain Hawks come in 12-0. Yoder over the right side, a gain of 3.
I see some momentum going with that offensive line. They're getting a hat on the hat, displacing the defensive line, and they're creating holes. Yes, it looks like they didn't do anything this play, but I tell you what, just them running like that, those defensive linemen started getting a little bit tired because they're going to have to run a little more to get to the tackle. This is what the war attrition is all about. Your big guys pounding that defensive line.
2nd and goal from the 5. Crossley in the game at running back. Johnson, quick throw near side for Humphrey. Incomplete. Mason Humphrey couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It'll be 3rd down.
There you go, just go. That's your 6-foot, 250-pound receiver on a smaller DB in Dewad. So give him an opportunity. Throw it up there. Make sure it's a catchable ball for him. It looks like he can go up and get it, so just give him a little more of a chance to make a big play on the outside.
Huge crowd on hand here today at Goodman Stadium in the Lehigh Valley. Big 3rd and goal here early in the second half. Crossley to the left of Johnson. From the 5. It's Crossley up the middle for a touchdown. Aaron Crossley's 3rd of the season gets the scoring started.
You hear the crowd, you hear them talking. Just a great play. You pull your backside up into the hole, and then you watch your running back take it inside, pick a gap, and just run through it. That's a great play. Not by the running back. Yes, he scored, but the offensive line getting guys distributed out and letting the running back pick where he wanted to go for the touchdown.
On for the extra point, Connor Poole after the first score of the game. The kick is up. The kick is good. 2.5 minutes into the second half, Lehigh marches down the field and takes a 7-0 lead.
The crowd is erupted. Crowd is erupted. Look at that inside pick a hole, and that's exactly what this offense needed to get going. The running game, open up by the passing game, and you're going for the score. Lehigh up.
Beautiful day in the Lehigh Valley for FCS football second round. And the home team, the Mountain Hawks, have taken a 7-0 lead over Villanova. This stadium is actually on a separate campus from the main Lehigh campus. It's about 7 minutes away over the mountain, as they say, right in Bethlehem. This stadium is with a lot of their athletic facilities here at the Goodman campus. This is Goodman Stadium in Bethlehem.
You know what, I have a lot of fond memories. I don't know if you could say camp or fond memories, but I started my career out with the Eagles. I got drafted in '95. My first year we were in Westchester. But my last 3 years here, we were in Lehigh University where we practiced at. And talking about, you know, hills everywhere, there were times I lost more weight in camp with Philly because I just didn't want to walk up the hill to the chow to get something to eat. I would just stay in my room and stay asleep, man. I'm like, look, it's just not worth walking all the way down there or all the way up there just to eat.
Maybe that's why the coaches kept having camp here.
Right.
Villanova has a very good kick return game, so Lehigh squibs the kick, and now with an opening out to the 35, the 40 is Hall for Villanova. Jason Hall, the linebacker, gives the Wildcats excellent field position, and they need it now that they're down by a touchdown.
Absolutely, you know, and I really think, and I was sitting back thinking, how are they going to open things up? I really think this is where you go to Isaiah Ragland. Just start pounding the rock with Isaiah Ragland. But I mean, that was a great scoring drive. They had 5 plays, 75 yards, just with the doctor ordered to get things open up, the scoring open.
Villanova comes in 10-2. They've won 9 in a row. Longest winning streak since they won the FCS title in 2009. Pat McQuaid takes the first snap of the second half. Throws into the flat, caught by Mason, immediately brought down after a short gain. Cole Hughes, the linebacker, who stepped into a starting role today with Bryson Edwards, their leading tackler, out with an injury.
Yeah, you know, they kind of move guys around and trying to make things happen, you know, because of that.
What has Lehigh done well on offense to limit Villanova, or on defense to limit Villanova?
Those guys up front, you know, you talk about guys like T.J. Burke, Jaden Nelson, you know, guys that can go up and get penetration up the field.
It's a handoff to Mace, and a loss on the play of a yard.
See, they love to pull the backside tackle because both tackles are pretty good athletes, but they try to pull that backside tackle just to get those linebackers flowing, and then they cut them off, and that's where the holes are open. But I tell you what, this defense of Lehigh, they're getting that penetration. See, they locked the edge out, got penetration, not allowing that offensive line to get up on the second level, and those guys, those linebackers are able to go in and make plays because of it.
Lehigh came in #1 in the country, allowing 74 rushing yards a game. Villanova has 26 yards on 15 carries. McQuaid throws deep near side for Kopecky. It's incomplete.
Great coverage right there, just showing it. I love the fact that, you know, Smith made a great play, played that inside of the receiver, not allowing him to climb over the top. I think the quarterback, you know, McQuaid should have led him just a little bit more to the outside, and they might have had an opportunity. But they didn't give him an opportunity because he just didn't lead him far. You can't pull him in where the defense is.
Mekhi Smith, first-team All-Patriot League safety from Lower Merion High School, home of Kobe Bryant. Bounces at the 25, taken on the run by Peltekian, and headed back the other way out past the 25, where Lehigh will start at 1st and 10.
There it is, getting physical on the outside.
Under 11 to go, third quarter, Lehigh with the ball and a 7-point lead.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
Last week, Villanova ran wild against Harvard in a 52-7 win. You see the numbers the two running backs had. They ran for over 315 yards as a team today. Much different story against this stout Lehigh defense. 9 yards for Ragland, 29 yards for Mace, 25 yards overall. Villanova had a drive at the end of the half. They ran one play and they went into the half. Every other drive has ended with a punt.
That's just great defense by Lehigh.
And they haven't been further than the Lehigh 48-yard line in the entire game. Lehigh has the ball now, trying to make it a 2-score lead with quarterback Hayden Johnson. Green running left, and burrows his way forward for a couple. And Coach Cahill told us that. We've got to be the more physical team. We've got to run the ball, stop the run, and they've done that so far.
You know, and that's because Villanova's old school. They're going to run the ball consistently. They've been doing it ever since Brian Westbrook played here. They want to establish the run, and that physicality is what they try to hang their hat on. Well, this Lehigh team has become an up-and-coming team. They've taken the same game plan and become the aggressor instead of being pushed around.
The backup quarterback, more of a runner, Mahalik, is in the game. Not a huge passer, only 3 pass attempts all season. And this one's going nowhere. Yoder stopped for a loss.
Great physical play up front. Linebackers are able to run around free because the defensive line are two-gapping, holding their gaps.
It was Crossley who was stopped by linebacker Richie Kimmel.
You watch those guys up front. They're staying in the hole. They are not allowing this offensive line to gain ground on them. They are staying right there at the line of scrimmage. When you have that, your linebackers can run scot-free to go out there and make plays.
Third down. Lehigh 3 out of 7 on third down today.
We got a bunch to the right.
It's a running play, and it's going to come up well short of the first down at the 33. Conservative play call will lead to a punt.
Yeah, you know, and it's starting to be to a point where you can't be conservative, especially with right now Lehigh having the hot hand. So you got to be more adventurous. So, I mean, we got to start seeing guys do more and being more aggressive in the play calling. Maybe even the special teams try to open something up.
So that was 3 straight running plays, leads to a 3 and out. Villanova's punt returner, Braden Reed, 3rd-team All-League. We talked earlier about recruiting against Villanova. Lehigh's head coach said, I recruited Reed too, now I've got to play against him. He's back deep to receive. He averages 15 yards per punt return. This will be a fair catch made at the 26.
Punt is fair caught by number 83, Braden Reed.
Villanova has dominated this series. Mark Ferrante has been the head coach for 9 years, but Villanova's won 11 in a row in this series. You see the scores the last 5 times they played. 11 in a row, not close either, 22 points a game. And despite that, Ferrante said, hey, you can't look past the 12-0 team. I don't care who they played, what their strength of schedule was.
It's kind of like the big brother and the little brother. And eventually that little brother starts growing up, and sometimes he surpasses the big brother. This may be that type of deal, especially as Villanova gets into the Patriot League.
Ragland for a short run over the left side. And of note, Lehigh was favored in this game. Villanova felt like they were disrespected last week. They were an underdog against Harvard. They beat them 52-7. They said they had a bit of a chip on their shoulder knowing they were the underdog again this week. But Lehigh's made it stand so far as we come up on 8 minutes in the 3rd quarter.
You know, the head coach said that Lehigh was thinking, all right, you know, they knew they were going to be pretty good from a 9-win season the year before. They thought that they could go undefeated. Well, what happened? They go undefeated.
Tried to win a school record 13th game today. McQuaid throws, and it's broken up.
Right there you see McQuaid. He kind of telegraphed it. He looked it down, and Brown was able to come up and make a play. You can't eye your receiver down. He didn't look away from anywhere. He just stayed and looked him and stared him down, which allowed the defense to come up and make a play.
Villanova has 80 yards of offense with 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. This is a team that averages 410 yards of offense a game and 32 points.
Good old-fashioned Northeast football.
3rd down, Lehigh crowd roaring. McQuaid takes the snap, blitz is on, throws deep far side, incomplete. Good coverage again there.
Once again by DJ Brown. He played the play, came up and knocked the ball down the previous play, then comes out and has excellent coverage, ran the route for the receiver on the outside. And once again, McQuaid stared him down, but Brown is able to stay stride for stride with him, ran the route for the receiver. It might have been, you know, a little bit of a penalty on the offender trying to go through the defensive guy.
So run, and pass leads to another 3 and out for Villanova. And 33-year-old Luke Larson on to punt it away to Peltekian. Good spiraling kick drives Peltekian back to the 25. Peltekian trying to get to the far side. Breaks one tackle, turns upfield, and then fumbled the ball, but he was out of bounds. Good return for Peltekian.
He has an awful lot of heart, doesn't he? See, it's a little chippy out there. Neither team is wanting to sit down or stand back. They want to be the aggressor. Watch on the outside. He gets outside, but then it gets to the sideline. It gets a little chippy on that.
No call there as Lehigh with good field position and a 7-point lead.
look at it, they open up this drive, scoring drive, with a pass going out right there and allowing them, Davino, to go out and make a big play. But then they turn right around, giving it to the guy who's done it for the rest all season, Luke Yoder, and he gets a big run. But then they stay to what they do best, running the ball, gap, and get up into the hole, and they're able to score. That's the type of offense that they usually run here with this Lehigh. Explosive weapons in the run game and in the passing game.
As you might expect with a team that's undefeated in league play, Lehigh best in the league in many categories for the Eddie Robinson Award winner, Kevin Cahill, the top coach in FCS, an award that he called awesome. Johnson hands it off for Green. And he lost yardage on the play.
And once again, folks, if you look at it, that defensive line is playing on the other side of the offensive line. They're pressing them back, now allowing that running back to see where he can dip in. Look how they're pushing the back, the offensive line. Too many brown jerseys going back. And that defensive line is now starting to take control for Villanova.
Again, both teams keeping it pretty close to the vest. The biggest play of the game was that first down pass to Davino that started the scoring drive. This is a play action. Johnson throws it near side, has a man out past the 40, breaks the tackle. It's Matt Davino again across midfield for a first down.
Robert, I just saw the worst holding call I've seen in a long time, you know, in the middle of the field. Now, I'm glad that they had the play on the outside and were able to get the ball to the receiver. But, I mean, in the slot receiver just got pulled down. But look, that's what you want. Davino's a guy, he can make some things happen on the outside. Once he gets the ball, that's when he really starts to open up and show some magic.
Davino with a 15-yard gain across midfield. Johnson starting to heat up a bit in the second half. It's a running play. And it's a good running play for Luke Yoder for a first down, a gain of 11.
There it is, and that's what they've been doing. They're throwing the ball to open up the run, making sure those defenders don't have the ability to get up the field. Look, you got to throw the ball, then look, Yoder takes it right up the field on the zone read inside. This is great smash mouth football. Good old-fashioned Northeastern football.
13-yard gain for Yoder, has 57 yards on 6 carries. Lehigh moving it again. From the 35, first down. And that was a spun down. Did he fumble it? Kimmel may have caused a fumble. Villanova says they've got it. They do. First lost fumble for Lehigh on offense all season.
Out of character for Yoder, number one, but in this entire team, they preach so much on ball security. Don't beat yourselves. You know, the stats say if you can win the turnover battle, 9 times out of 10, you win the game. That's just tough physical play.
Kimmel caused the fumble, and it was recovered by OU Remy.
There you go. One of the 3 linebackers here at Villanova that are really, really good. And once you allow that defensive line to take up blocks, it gives you the ability on the outside and in the middle with those linebackers to make plays.
On offense, Lehigh had only 6 turnovers all season. They were all interceptions. They never lost the fumble until now. McQuaid trying to take advantage, throws far side, has a man open. Luke Colella ducks upfield for a first down across midfield.
Getting a little confidence now. Open things up. Villanova sees a little bit of urgency in what's going on. They got a half, 5 minutes left in this half, in this third quarter to get some things going. Next thing you know, it's going to be fourth quarter.
No huddle offense here for the Wildcats. Rolling left, throwing. Colella makes the catch for a short gain to about the 45-yard line.
And watch now. You can see guys starting to warm up a little bit, get this defense running sideline to sideline, and that's where you can pop one with Jabril Mace, who has the game-breaking speed to make some things happen.
Second down and 6.
Going with some tempo here to try to shake things up a little bit with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Villanova being shut out 7-0. This is the furthest they've gone into Lehigh territory today, the 45-yard line. McQuaid will throw again. Pressure coming off the edge. He gets away. McQuaid lobs it. Has a wide open man. Braden Reed in the open field. Braden Reed zigzagging forward to the 25.
That's his veteran quarterback trying to go out and make a play. His first read wasn't there. That was actually his third read that he went to.
20-yard gain for Reed. Make it 19 to the 26-yard line. Good improvisation there by McQuaid on the run.
Absolutely, but they got to finish the deal. The last time they were going in, you got to make sure that you finish this. Late in the season, you got to finish. Win or go home.
McQuaid out of the gun. Back to pass again. Pulls it down. McQuaid, the lefty, throws, has a man inside the 10, tackled inside the 5. Braden Reed again, first and goal.
There you go. The inspirational leader, they call him the juice captain. He's giving his team some juice right now. Number 7, Patrick McQuaid. Little improvisation goes out. The lefty going right. Throws a strike for a first down. Puts him in scoring position.
To the 3-yard line, Jabril Mace, the running back. Villanova trying to get on the board for the first time. And it's a handoff for Mace over the right side, fighting his way forward towards the end zone. Down inside the 1.
It will not be easy. It will not be easy. This team wants to run duo, but we got one of the best guys in the Patriot League up front, TJ Burke. You got to pass him. The big fella can play.
Second and goal from the 1. McQuaid out of the shotgun. Mace, the running back. Mace, touchdown Villanova. Jabril Mace, his 10th touchdown rushing this season, 7-6.
Simple football play. All right, we're just gonna run straight up the middle. I want my guards and my center to double team, push guys back, and just run right over the back of that defensive line. Right at your best player. Great, great block up front by Quinn Whalen on TJ Burke.
On for the extra point, Jack Barnum. To tie the game, this is so important. Barnum 43 of 45 this year. Bad snap, kick is up, kick is good. 2.5 to go, third quarter.
Tie game. This is great football right here. Get up the field, that's Burke, he just got pushed out the way by Quinn Whalen. I love how these guys get up front. Just my guy gets your guy. We're gonna double team. We're gonna finish this play with a score. We are definitely gonna run this ball.
The College Football Playoff begins December 19th and concludes with the National Championship January 19th on ESPN.
A lot of big matchups affecting the CFP today around the country, and here Villanova's offense was doing nothing. Lehigh star Luke Yoder fumbled the ball. Villanova takes advantage. 6 plays, 59 yards, just over 3 minutes to tie the game.
Yeah, you know, it's that little simple mistake which lit it up for this Wildcat offense to get going. You just need one spark to get guys going, and that's exactly what happened. Now, which defense holds and becomes the, you know, stopping that whole lightning bolt to keep it from going?
Lehigh had only fumbled 4 times all year. They lost 1. It was on a muffed punt. Yoder had a fumble that was ruled that he was down on that first carry of the game. He was down, but he let go of the ball. Fumbles there, and it sparks a Villanova scoring drive. Here's the kickoff. It'll bounce. It'll go, ow! Oh! He dove back in bounds to save it at the 2, but a flag is down.
That's
it
smart.
may have gone out of bounds.
Yes. That's
Free
smart.
kick out of bounds, 42 of the kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line, automatic. First down.
He was purposely out of bounds when he fielded the ball.
Yes, that's smart by him. Now it's a penalty on Lehigh. That's great coaching and understanding on special teams.
On Villanova.
On Villanova.
The kicking team.
Yes.
So it is a kick out of bounds. Heads up play there by Green.
That's great coaching right there. He understands what he needed to do to make it a penalty. Now they get the ball at the 35.
So Lehigh back on offense. They've come to life a bit in the second half. 248 yards for the game. Villanova 139. And you know Yoder wants to redeem himself. It's a handoff. And pushing his way forward to the 41-yard line is Aaron Crossley.
I mean, I can't state it enough that I'm just loving the fact that teams are starting to run the ball, and the opposing teams are stopping to run the ball. I love this type of football, but I'm an ex-offensive lineman. You know, I'm too old to, you know, it's making me tired just looking at them. But it's good old-fashioned football. You know, run games, they travel, especially when it's cold outside.
Johnson throws into the flat for Crossley. Turns upfield 45. Across midfield, a foot race to the 40. Crossley pushed out of bounds inside the 30. A huge play and a first down.
They caught Villanova in something they're not comfortable with. They don't like to run zone defense. When you run defense, everybody has to be accountable for their part of the zone. You get the running back out there, and then, you know, next thing you know, he's up on the secondary so fast. Now you have to get guys to get on the horse to stop him. Great play calling.
There was a Villanova player running down the field with a wide receiver, Mason Humphrey. Humphrey was looking back like he was trying to receive the ball. Bostic was following him instead of trying to tackle the runner. Great play by Humphrey. It's Yoder over the left side. Yoder around the corner and pushed out of bounds inside the 10.
It's electric, electric. You hear Lehigh's fans going, and they're feeding off this team, and the team is starting to feed off them. They're running the ball, they're passing the ball, they're getting things opened up. This is what you want. Yoder wants to definitely go out there, and he made a mistake. He wants to optimize on his ability now to show, all right, I made a mistake, but I'm about to make you pay.
Tie game, Lehigh. First and goal from the 10, final minute of the third quarter. Yoder, the running back to the right of sophomore quarterback Hayden Johnson. His record as a starter is 16-1, Johnson. Johnson keeps, spins off one man, and then driven down after a gain of a yard. Hartzell would not let him go any further, as that could be the last play of the third quarter.
And he's the captain of this defense. He's the guy to get things going. He wants to make sure he stops the quarterback, makes a big play. He wants to stop the bleeding. Hartzell, he's definitely that guy. Hartzell's a good player, throwback guy. I love the way he plays this linebacker position.
Here we go, 15 minutes to go. Tie game 7-7. Winner moves on to the FCS quarterfinals and one step closer to a national championship. Villanova 7, Lehigh 7. We're back with the fourth quarter after this. What has turned into a beautiful day here in the Lehigh Valley and a beautiful game, 7-7. So the start of the fourth quarter, Lehigh and Villanova, big crowd on hand here at Goodman Stadium. Fortunate to be here. Robert Lee, Barrett Brooks, and our entire ESPN crew with you. Lehigh knocking on the door to take the lead. Second down and goal from the 9-yard line.
Robert, who steps up? Defensive line or offensive line?
Yoder, the running back, in the pistol set behind Johnson. It's a handoff for Yoder, running right and brought down. Beautiful tackle there by Jamie Tyson along with Hawkins.
Yeah, Jamie Hawkins. Everybody in this whole stadium knew who was getting the ball on that play. And it's all about stopping them. They were able to get one more defender than the offense could block. Great play calling by the defense.
And a big third down here now. There's only 14.5 minutes to go, so field goal is in play here in a tie game. Third and goal from the 9. Green, the running back, Jamil in motion. Johnson feeling the pressure, throws, has a man in the flat, it's dropped. It is dropped. And it'll be 4th and long from the 9. Looked like it was Davino.
Yeah, you know, the moment hasn't been too big for him all in the third quarter. That should have been a catch. And you cannot, especially in this, win or go home scenario, you've got to make those type of plays. They've got to take the points.
Definitely.
Got to take the points.
Definitely got to take the points in a low-scoring game like this. Davino would have been one-on-one in the open field. 26-yard attempt for Connor Poole. Kick is up, it's no good. He missed it to the right. Connor Poole, who took over as the place kicker 3 games ago for the injured Nick Garrido, misses a 26-yarder. Villanova takes over.
It's a bad snap. The play started out wrong. A bad snap. Snapper had to get the ball down, and it kind of messed with the timing of the kicker.
It was wide right the whole way. The kick was from the right hash. Again, their regular kicker, Nick Garrido, was injured 3 games ago, and Connor Poole, who was the punter, took over as the kicker, was 3 for 3 to that point, but a big miss.
A huge miss. Just the little mistakes to make creep in, you know, just like the drop pass here. There might have been a touchdown because he's one-on-one on the outside by Davino, and then now the missed kick. We'll be talking about this at the end of the game.
And the fumble.
Of course, you know.
Mistakes in the second half.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's how you keep winning in the playoffs.
1st and 10 from the 20. McQuaid has time, airs it out, far side for Colella. Incomplete. Good coverage again by DJ Brown, who's had a terrific game.
Yeah, both guys are jockeying for position. Yeah, and you know, just the defense won on that play. You look at it, I thought McQuaid gave all he can with throwing that ball. I mean, every ounce of him tried to get the ball down the field to his receiver. You know, both guys are privileged to the ball. He turned around and looked, Brown turned around and looked, you know, at the last second, which made it unquestionable as far as being a pass interference.
Yeah, a good job not throwing a flag there by the official.
Yeah.
2 guys fighting for the ball, no penalty on the play. Throw near side, caught by Colby, and he fights his way forward to the 27. Second catch for Chris Colby, and it'll set up a big 3rd down.
Huge 3rd down.
And you're getting to the point of the game now, 13.5 minutes to go. One big play could be enough to win it.
And we're talking about a Lehigh offense that can control the clock. They've shown it, especially at the beginning of the game. This is a must for McQuaid to get it to the open receiver and keep the chains moving.
The Lehigh crowd on the far side of the field roaring. And a flag.
False start. 67 offense. 5-yard penalty remains, 3rd down.
And I was just about to say that Mark Ferrante said the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Pre-snap penalties, a false start makes this 3rd down much more difficult.
Yes, because it's an unathletic play, you know. I mean, it takes no athleticism when you jump off sides. You know the snap count. You can't allow yourself to be that guy, you know, let your team down. I've had that happen to me a lot.
It never happened to you.
I mean, they've thrown the flag. I've got hit by 2 or 3 flags in games.
Barrett, an offensive tackle in the NFL for 12 years. McQuaid back to pass. 3rd down. Throws deep near side, wide open. Oh, incomplete. Just over the arms of Colella, could have been 6.
Oh, Colella's got to keep running. Don't slow down. The play is always on. It's always on. He slowed down like he wasn't going to get the ball. Both guys want the ball back. I mean, want that play back.
Missed opportunity for McQuaid and Villanova. And they'll be forced to punt with Luke Larson. Good spiraling kick taken by Peltekian. Shakes one man, shakes another. He's in the open field, and he stopped the play. I think they might have said he called for a fair catch. As he started to run up the field, they're spotting it at the 34-yard line. Maybe his knee was down, perhaps. We'd have to take a look at it. There's a flag all the way back at the 20-yard line where the punt happened.
Yeah.
So it is possible that the play never happened. His knee was down, but there's a flag back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you know, that's not a penalty for him to keep running, you know, with his knee. I mean, I'd try to also, but.
Let's get the call from Bruce Austin.
Holding. Kicking team. At the distance to the goal, we will re-kick.
So they'll re-kick. Lehigh will get another chance to return the punt. We mentioned Luke Larson is 33 years old. He's the oldest player in FCS or FBS. From Australia, he was actually working for his dad's trucking company out of high school. He's like, I'll just work for my dad's trucking company. It'll be great. A buddy tells him, hey, there's a punting academy here in Australia. He gives it a try. Now he's a 5th-year grad student working on a 2nd graduate degree, 33 years old. Van Wilder, never give up. Short punt, huge change in field position. Peltekian breaks one tackle and then driven backwards, but great field position for Lehigh. About a 20-yard change on the repunt.
He is fearless. He's going to catch it regardless. He is fearless. Guys getting chippy out there. I mean, this is a win-to-go-home situation. Of course they're going to be chippy. But who is the most disciplined team is going to win this game? You can't let penalties be why you didn't win the game. I've seen it happen way too much.
This game was scoreless at halftime. Lehigh scored on its first drive of the second half. Villanova took a Lehigh fumble and scored late in the third quarter. The winner of this game moves on to the FCS quarterfinals. They'll take on the winner of Tarleton State and North Dakota. That game going on as we speak. They'll be one of 8 teams still playing in FCS.
Yeah, people looking at scores can't believe it's only 7-7 with our game.
But I'm going to tell you something. I agree with you. There used to be these games are 55-50. It should be hard to score. This is great football.
Absolutely.
Lehigh with great field position from the 48. Handoff for Green. And spun forward inside the 45 for a 5-yard gain.
Sometimes it's good to nickel and dime your way up. When I was with the Steelers, we won a Super Bowl. It was actually the 2005 season, but we won a Super Bowl in 2006. We won it with 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Now, we had Jerome Bettis, toting the pill, but consistently running the ball. We ran the ball 100 times more than we passed the ball that year. It's a winning formula. I've seen it work before. I've experienced it before.
For the season, Lehigh runs the ball 64% of the time.
Music to my ears, Robert.
Almost 2 out of every 3 plays. Green in there to the right of Johnson. Green will get the handoff. And he'll be picked up and pile drived John Cena style into the ground by Richie Kimmel.
Yeah, him and Hartzell getting together. But the reason why they can't do that is because that defensive line are eating up double teams, eating up and making that offensive line go backwards.
In Texas, Tarleton State leads North Dakota early, 13-7. That game in the second quarter. Winner of that game meets the winner of this game next weekend. Lehigh 12-0, Villanova 10-2. Third down here in what could be 4-down territory. Johnson on the design keep. And stopped short of the first down at the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2.
Ooh, 31. This is a decision that, I'm going to tell you the truth. My offensive line, I would probably go for it right now.
Out on the field.
There is an injured player for Villanova. It appears to be number 96. Can't tell if that's 96 or 98.
Media time.
They'll tend to the player, and we'll check on him when we return, tied at 7. 11 minutes to go.
NCAA.com/FCS.
NCAA FCS Championship coverage continues with quarterfinals next Friday and Saturday on the ESPN family of networks. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. Wildcat fans have made the 45-mile trip from the main line up I-476 to the Lehigh Valley, and they're ready to cheer for a huge play. 4th down and 2 from just inside the 40. They've got to get it to the 38. Just over 11 minutes to go in a tie game. And a big crowd on hand here today. Ready for this big 4th and 2. Johnson, the quarterback. Sends Feaster in motion. It's a handoff. Yoder, did his forward progress get there? I don't think so. He stopped at the 39.
Do you think, because he's not all the way healthy, they didn't get it? Because I wouldn't dare to say a Jersey tackle would not have brought him down last week. You know, watch here. Yes, they get up the field, get penetration, and that kills all run plays. But even still, I've seen him run through a lot less arm tackles than that right there. And, you know, this might be because of the ankle.
Big hit in the hole by number 32, Omari Bursi. The injured player was Ugo Wotite. He did walk off the field before that timeout. Big hit by Bursi to save the 1st down. McQuaid back to pass, throws into the flat on the far side, caught by Colella, and then immediately tackled after a gain of about 6 by DJ Brown. Villanova has 1 touchdown drive today.
Yeah, you know, you look at it. That's a touchdown saving right there. It gets the ball. Then after that, they go in and score. They got a little momentum. The lefty goes out and gets it around the field. Big play. Over 15 yards. Then they turn around and hand it to their guy. One of the most skillful guys on the team, can play running back and wide receiver, Jabril Mace.
And it's a short run up the middle here for Mace, close to midfield. And this is a big play. 3rd and 2 from the 47 as we're under 10 minutes to go.
All right, who wants to win the game now? That's what I want to see. Who's going to take over and win the game? Which quarterback is going to play better than the other? And will their team to win?
What do you like as a play call here if you're Chris Bowden, the OC?
You know, I would do what they've been doing and motion out. But I'll tell you the truth, I would probably have Ragland in more so than Mace.
3rd and 2. Mace, 1st down into the open field. Jabril Mace spun down inside the 40 at the 39.
Once again, what do I know? Here we are. He gets an opportunity and takes it for the 1st down. Move the chains, move the chains.
18-yard gain for Mace.
He's just so quick. Guys are missing him. 1 minute he's there, and then the next he's just out. He is just one of the quickest players I've seen this year. And I've called FBS games, I've called Big 12 games, the American games. He's a really good impact player.
Mace, 3rd-year sophomore from Summers Point, New Jersey. Pressure off the edge from Spatney, but McQuaid gets rid of it for a 1st down inside the 25. It's Kopecky on the catch.
Pat McQuaid feeling very comfortable back there, getting out to his weapons.
Stays in with the pressure. Spatney was applying the heat from the defensive end.
Get it to a 6'3" wide receiver on the outside.
Coming up on 8 minutes to go in a tie game. Winner moves on to the quarterfinals. Mace, the running back, with McQuaid. McQuaid stands in, steps up, he's sacked. He's swarmed under and sacked by Lehigh's defensive line. It was big number 92, Dylan Sheehan.
Who's gonna step up? Looks like that defense. You know, sometimes, you know, you look and just hustle, pure hustle won that sack. It's not necessarily the most talented player. In this instance, it's the guys working the hardest that are making plays.
2nd and long. almost intercepted as it was underthrown for Colella. It'll be 3rd and long. Peltekian had eyes on a pick.
I'll tell you what, number 8 is Tyler is making a lot of plays right now. He is pass rushing and getting up the field and really making a hurting on Kyle Fay.
From here, it would be a 44-yard field goal on a field that looks very muddy and choppy in the middle of the field. Villanova's kicker, his longest field goal is 44 yards this year. 3rd and long. McQuaid throws. It is caught, but short of a first down, and to be closer for a field goal attempt. Antonio Johnson, the tight end, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, first time he didn't just stare guys down, but he hadn't gone to Johnson, so, you know, they didn't look for him to get it. Oh, I'm sorry, they did. He did stare him down on the play, but he completed the catch. Great hands by Johnson, giving him a better opportunity to make this field goal.
This is a 35-yard attempt. Jack Barnum is the kicker. He is 10 out of 12 from inside of 40 this year. He's only 62% though for the season. This to give Villanova the lead. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. Low kick. It is no good.
We have a barn burner, just not a lot of scoring, but this is one of the best games I've called simply because I love the defensive play. I love each team going out there fighting, scratching, and clawing and trying to give themselves an opportunity to take it to next week. This is what football is all about, especially here in the Northeast. 2 teams battling right now, and who's going to not make the mistake? Who's going to stay more disciplined? That will eventually win this game for whoever does.
Terrific game in the FCS Championship 2nd round. This crowd of 8,848 has been treated to a terrific one between these 2 local schools, separated by 45 miles. It's not 100,000 at Michigan Stadium. It's not 100,000 in the SEC. Good footballs all over this country. This has been a great game.
A great game, great defensive battle. No, you don't have all the scoring, but you do have 2 defenses that are dominant defenses in their respective divisions. But at the end, you want these guys to each take it to another week, but who's going to make the least amount of mistakes, who's going to be more disciplined, will probably take it to the next level.
It's a handoff, running over the left side for a gain of about 3 or 4. Let's reset the situation here. As the last thing you want here is some sort of personal foul for a late hit. Everyone's got to have cooler heads. There's only 6.5 minutes to go.
We keep talking about discipline.
Yeah, each team has 3 timeouts left. 6:20 remaining. Lehigh has the ball, long field to go. Each team's kicker has missed a makeable field goal in the second half.
You can go back to the first drive, going for it instead of kicking the field goal.
Exactly. They went for it inside the 10-yard line. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20, but how big would those 3 points be right now? Can't look at it that way, though. Johnson fakes the handoff. He's pressured. He spins away. No! Oh, he's finally sacked. Johnson thought he might have a chance. Guess who? Shane Hartzell.
The heartbeat of that defense, the senior. Everybody looks to him to make a play. Here he goes. He started 3 years in a row. They say it's not the fastest. He's not, the strongest. He's not the biggest. But he plays with the most heart, the biggest heart out of anybody on that defense.
Instinctual is what his coach said about him. He's from 20 miles south of here. You think he's got some friends and family here? From Percy, Pennsylvania.
I did a camp there about 3 weeks ago, a football camp for the Eagles.
They know Shane Hartzell, 3rd and long. Pressure's on. Johnson trying to get away. He's going to run. He gets away once, but he cannot get away again. Lehigh is going to have to punt after a 3-and-out.
Swarming defenses. Hartzell is everywhere on the field. Look at this guy. From blitzing, from just running quarterbacks down, just making his presence known when it needs to be, especially in the 4th quarter. Right now, you look at, he's not necessarily spying him, but he knows who's going to try to make a play. He knows Johnson wants to make it happen. So what does he do? He keys in on Johnson to make sure he won't be the guy that breaks him.
Top 10 in career tackles and sacks, Shane Hartzell. Big punt return coming up here for Braden Reed. Low end-over-end kick will bounce near midfield and take a good Villanova bounce at the 49-yard line. Villanova goes on offense. 4:19 to go. Chance to take the lead. In your biggest moments, your best players have to step up, and Shane Hartzell controlled that last series.
Yeah, he did everything you want. He blitzed. He spied the quarterback. He stopped the run. He's doing everything you want from your senior leader to win this game. There's one guy that you don't have to worry about exhausting every opportunity he has to play football on the field. It's Hartzell. He's going to make sure he does everything within his body to do what he needs to do to try to, affect the outcome of this game.
He was one of the finalists for the Buck Buchanan Award for the best defensive player in FCS. Just over 4 minutes and possibly overtime. One of these teams moves on to the quarterfinals. The other one's season is over. Screen pass caught by Mace in the open field. Gets away to the 45, and Mace has a first down to the 40-yard line, a gain of 11.
There you go. Try to use him in any capacity you can. There you have the screen game. Maybe you need to put him out there to receiver position. Try to get him the ball. He's that dynamic that he can do a lot of things. We call it a slow screen because it's to the running back in the middle of the field. Get the big guys out there trying to block somebody. I know they whiff, but hey, those type of plays will kind of make that defense open up a little bit and stop rushing as hard as they've been rushing.
Rover Jackson Dowd stopped them after a gain of 11, 1st and 10. Good protection. McQuaid throws near side. It is caught by Colella for a first down inside the 30.
There you go. McQuaid going to a guy that he feels very comfortable with. Getting out there to Koala.
Time running low here, under 3.5 minutes to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts left, plus the 2-minute timeout.
You talk about, what's, impacting this game. I think it's the kicking game. The punters have been flipping the field back and forth.
And again, each team's kicker already missed a makeable field goal in the second half. McQuaid looking down the middle, has a man, touchdown, Villanova! Braden Reed makes it 13-7.
When you talk about gripping and ripping, Pat McQuaid threw a perfect seam route for a touchdown. Led him just right, hit him right in the numbers. You can't throw a better pass than that. He looks off the safety to keep him in the middle of the field and delivers a great ball to Reed. And that's key, that he looked the backside safety off so he couldn't come and be involved in the play and threw a dart to Reed.
Very important extra point for Jack Barnum. High snap, kick is up, kick is good. Braden Reed, 29-yard touchdown catch, has given Villanova a 14-7 lead, and what must that be like for Kevin Cahill? He said, I tried to recruit Braden Reed. He ended up at Villanova.
Right, and you talk about this team and the parity that you have with both teams. They're recruiting the same people, the same guys. Eventually going to be, in the Patriot League together. This is going to be a battle we're going to see for a long time. 2 great coaches, 2 great mindsets, establishing what I'm going to see as some back and forth as far as the seniority in the new Patriot League.
Braden Reed, one of only 2 Villanova freshmen that did not redshirt. He is a true freshman from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, 30 miles southwest of here. Now Lehigh up against it. Under 3 minutes to go, down by 7.
Some great players from Pottstown. Great players. My boy Jay Mobley from there.
What a thrill it must be for him and his family, who are surely here today. As McQuaid, the go-ahead touchdown pass. Villanova coming from 7 down in the second half to take the lead. Barnum's kick spinning to the far side. Green will watch it go out of bounds, and they'll start from the 35.
It doesn't seem like a big thing, but that's a mistake that they just can't have. Now they get the ball.
Kick out of bounds, 42, kicking team. Bobby placed it at the 35-yard line, first down.
And that's big, being on the 35-yard line.
Second time in a row that Barnum has kicked it out of bounds. So here we go, Lehigh, 12-0 on the season. Needs a touchdown, an extra point, or a 2-point conversion to keep its season alive with under 3 minutes to go. Still plenty of time and all 3 timeouts.
It's a lifetime.
1st and 10, Lehigh.
Hayden Johnson, the quarterback, a sophomore from Lancaster, PA. Keeps, picks his way forward, and is spun down at the 40-yard line, a gain of 5.
If you're going to run the ball, he has to be involved with this whole thing. You got to make them aware of where he is so they can't crash and continue to blitz like they've been blitzing. Make the defense look for him.
For the game, Hayden Johnson, 12 out of 20, 161 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Clock running with 2.5 minutes to go. Jamil in motion, his top receiver. Back to pass. Great protection. He's got a lot of room on the right side. He's going to run for a first down. Out towards midfield. There's a flag down at the 50.
Johnson with the carry. Flag
It may be a hold against Lehigh, which would wipe out a first down.
Yeah, this is something you can't, you can't beat yourselves. If it is, indeed against Lehigh.
Holding, defense number 38. 10 yards, be added to the end of the run, first down, Lehigh.
So that becomes a huge play now.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a first down plus another 10.
Yeah, you look, Robert, they ran a bunch of crossing routes, drag routes across the field. And, once you get muddied up like that, you want to hold your guy. You want to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. And that holding call really, put 10 more yards on that already great run by Johnson.
Clock starts. Handoff for Yoder. Running over the right side, spins forward for a first down inside the 30. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
You do not want to miss this. 2 minutes left to go. Winner goes to the quarterfinals. Loser season is over. 14-7. Back for the finish after this. If you just joined us, some ebbs and flows in this game.
You look at here. You get on the outside, they stop a major play for a score. Then they turn around, they get it in for Lehigh. They get it, once again, get it in. It's been slow scoring, you know, between the lines, but then here your star player, Mace, comes in and scores a touchdown. But then you have some field goals. Nobody wants to win it. Both kickers missed field goals in this game. Potentially could be winning game. How do you approach this? This is going to be big for both teams.
Eventually, it was Braden Reed catching the go-ahead touchdown, but Villanova is Lehigh is into Villanova territory here from the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. We just passed the 2-minute timeout. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Johnson back to pass. Good protection. Throws near side. Incomplete. A lot of hand fighting, a flag.
Yeah, that was no question. That was a flag on that. I mean, I know that both guys are jockeying for the ball, but you can't throw them down. You have to give an opportunity to at least try to fight for the football.
Pass interference, defense number 36, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, Ron, we talked about the discipline. Who's going to make the least amount of mistakes? Who's going to go out and play a more clean game will eventually win this game. There's been a lot of penalties game, which is uncharacteristic by both teams.
It was Demille Bostic on the coverage. And it'll set Lehigh up 1st and 10 from the 14. 3 timeouts left for each team. Lehigh, if they score, could go for 2 to try to take the lead. Johnson on the designed run. Did he fumble? Villanova says they've got it.
This is Northeast football. This is what I'm talking about. You got to secure the ball. Whose ball is it?
Villanova's got it.
Villanova has the ball.
Ruling on the field is a fumble by the offense, recovered by the defense, first down Villanova.
Guess who's got it?
Hartzell got it. See, that's what I'm talking. Your stars have to step up. You talk about Eastern football. We're up in Pennsylvania, one team in the outer skirts of Philadelphia, then Lehigh University in Bethlehem. This is just hard-nosed, run it, and whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. And once again, Hartzell, the senior leader, making a play.
Lehigh came into the game top 10 in the country, plus 10 in turnover margin. They had not had a lost fumble on offense all season. They have lost 2 fumbles in the second half. The game is not over. Lehigh has 3 timeouts. But with 1:50 to go, Villanova's got the ball from the 11-yard line. Has to be a 3 and out here. A couple of first downs could end the game.
1:49 on the clock.
Running play. And a good pickup on first down. Lehigh will call a timeout as the ball is stopped at the 16-yard line. So that's the play they wanted. Ragland with 5 yards on first down. Now they've got 2 more plays to get 5 yards.
They've got to get the first down on this. And I venture to say they'll probably replace Ragland with Mace. But hey, watch this fumble. Who is it? The captain of the team, number 31. And you look at, the big number 98, the big fella in the middle of the defense. The guy they call the best twitch guy on that defensive line, caused the fumble, and Hartzell, their captor, their senior, makes a play to get the ball.
Obinna Wobodo, a senior from Delaware. His defensive coordinator called him the unsung hero of this defense, and he made a big play to cause Lehigh's 2nd fumble of the season. They've both come today. 5 yards to possibly end this game as Villanova calls a timeout.
This comes to, the guys on the outside making plays. I'm looking for, those defensive ends to really make an impact. Both Tyler and Matt, number 11 and number 8, for this Lehigh team. Who's going to be able to make the play? Can they cause a fumble? Can they cause a turnover? You got to stay disciplined.
And you feel like it seems very likely that Villanova will run the ball again here to make Lehigh take another timeout. Take a look at other scores. South Dakota moving on to the next round with a big win over Mercer. North Dakota State in a tough one with Illinois State. Winner of this game will face the winner of Tarleton State and North Dakota. 6-point game at the half. Still plenty to be determined here. Villanova needs 4 yards for a first down. And a good job avoiding a tackle in the backfield out to the 18-yard line. Will set up a Titanic 3rd down after a Lehigh timeout.
This we call 4-minute offense. You got to keep your offense on the field to run the clock out. You tend to bring in an extra offensive lineman or an extra tight end to try to finish the deal. Everybody in the stadium know you're going to run the ball, but do you have enough up front to move those guys back and continue to run? This is where you look at that defense. TJ Burke, he's got to be a major factor in this. Jaden Nelson, he has to be a major factor in this.
Villanova has 51 rushing yards today. If they can get that to 55, they're going to win this game. If they get this first down, Lehigh would have to take their final timeout. They could run almost all the rest of the time and the clock off. Here we go, 3rd and 3. It's a passing play, and before the play, whistles and a flag. And it could be 3rd and 8. If it's on Lehigh, however, big penalty on Stephon Voltaire, their first team all-league left tackle. 3rd and 8 now. Now that changes it a little, right? I mean, it looked like they were going to pass there anyways. What's the call here?
You're going to have to pass it. You're going to have to make a play. Look to who you're going to look for is a guy like Coelho. You got to give him the ball. Give him an opportunity to play.
Have to get to the 21-yard line with 100 seconds left to go. Shotgun snap, good protection, throw near side, caught by Johnson for the first down at the 25-yard line.
Robert, that's who they've gone to on big plays the last time that they needed big first down. They bring to Johnson, their tight end. This time they line him up as the outside receiver. What does he do? The big fella toe taps, catch the ball in toe taps for the first down.
Fifth-year senior from Fort Lauderdale came into the game with 15 catches, none bigger than that one, as they'll go into the victory formation after Lehigh's third and final timeout. They can take a knee 3 times and end the 136, do some quick math. I think they can get it down. Villanova just called a timeout. Now, by my math, they can just take a knee 3 times here and end the game.
Right. But
so they don't need to run a play.
They absolutely don't. But it's playing football, victory formation. You know, this is the guy, you know, that's the head coach that has been here before. You know, Villanova knows what it is to win these tight games in these situations.
Lehigh had not fumbled on offense all season.
Right, and then we had costly fumbles, and that's by Yoder, one of your best players. And then turn around, your quarterback, Johnson, has been great all year and not turning the ball over. And here he is, a fumble late. Going in to score.
As they're going to run some time off the clock here, and McQuaid gets swallowed up.
You want not for your quarterback to get hit, especially by T.J. Burke. But I understand.
So I was mistaken. Johnson, when he caught the first down pass, went out of bounds. It stopped the clock.
Yes.
Lehigh did not call a timeout. Lehigh now has called its last timeout, so they were not able to take a victory formation because the clock stopped when Johnson went out of bounds to get the first down. So now there's 1:30 left. They should get it back with about 10 to 15 seconds left to go, assuming Villanova just takes a knee.
You got to punt it, get it far enough down the field that you don't give him an opportunity for a Hail Mary.
Now, they lost 8 yards on that play, and the quarterback took a hit. He was trying to take a few more seconds off the clock by not just taking a knee right away.
Right.
But now, Lehigh has no timeouts left. He's going to do the same thing again, and he's going to go down at the 11-yard line. So the clock starts now with 1:25 to go. This play will be snapped with about 45 seconds left if they take it all the way down to 0.
Yeah, you talk about a Lehigh team that fought, scratched and clawed, had a perfect record coming there, but just made too many mistakes against a veteran team that's used to winning, 10 games a year. Give yourself an opportunity to win. You can't afford right now, and you're, just beginning, become a fledgling, guys that have went undefeated, have won, 9 games the last 2, over 9 games the last 2 years. You had an opportunity to make it happen.
There's going to be about a 1-second difference between the game clock. Expect Villanova to take its last time out with about 1 second left. They can also take a safety here and still win the game. There's about a 1-second difference. They'll probably let it run down to 1 second, take a timeout, snap it one more time, either take a safety or just go down at the 1-yard line. That'll end the game. They're probably going to, are they just going to snap it? They should take a timeout. They will. 2 seconds left. So they'll take their last timeout, and now they just need to snap the ball and have the play last longer than 2 seconds, and the game will be over without fumbling in the end zone and allowing Lehigh to recover.
Right, and this is one of those games where you never know what's going to happen. Villanova fought, scratched, and clawed, going into Lehigh and making it happen. You're right. Winning against a 12-0 team, regardless of who they played, a 12-0 team, they gave their all. They fought, virtually, who you would call the big brothers in this area, and went, tooth and nail with them. Fought tooth and nail with them.
One more play to execute before the game is over. They've got to snap it back to McQuaid. He's got to take at least 2 seconds before he goes down, and he can't fumble. That's it. Villanova moves on to the quarterfinals. 14-7 the final over Lehigh.
Great game. Even though it's not a lot of scoring, I love how this game turned out. Two defensive battles. The team that made the least mistakes won the game.
That concludes today's second round game.
This is perfect Northeastern football. Two teams are right down the road from each other. There'll be a lot of battles from this point on, especially with Villanova getting into the Patriot League team and becoming that. I can't wait to make it happen.
It was scoreless at halftime. Lehigh came out on the first drive of the second half and went down the field, scored on a 5-yard Crossley touchdown run. Late in the third quarter, Mace, after a Lehigh fumble, Villanova went down and scored. Mace, 1-yard touchdown run. The deciding score happened late in the fourth quarter with about a minute and a half to go. Check that, with 3 minutes to go. Braden Reed, 29-yard touchdown catch, proves to be the game winner with 3 minutes remaining. 14-7, Lehigh's last chance in the red zone. They fumbled the ball. It was recovered by Villanova, who goes on to the quarterfinals to take on the winner of Tarleton State and North Dakota.
I'll tell you what, Robert, I know, guys from, both teams that played here. You got Tim Owens, played here at Lehigh, defensive end, played for Miami Dolphins. I know he's definitely interested in it. Then I know Brian Westbrook, really good friend of mine also. I mean, he is definitely, a Wildcat through and through. This is now going to become one of the best battles, probably in this area, because the teams are so tight and who they recruit and the amount of respect that both coaches have for each other. I can see this going on, especially, them in the Patriot League. This being something that, we're going to see a long time.
These will certainly be two of the best teams in the Patriot League going forward when Villanova joins that league next year. The score is Tarleton State 21, North Dakota 7, early in the third quarter at Tarleton State. As Villanova, first road playoff win since 2010, and they're going back to the quarterfinals for the third time in the last 5 years. Villanova went in 21, they went in 23. Both times they lost to South Dakota State. Today next week they'll face the winner of number 4 seed Tarleton State and North Dakota, as the Wildcats celebrating on the field. So we're hoping to get the winning coach, Mark Ferrante, in his 9th season, a Villanova guy. He was an assistant for 29 years for his mentor, Andy Talley, before he finally became the head coach 9 years ago. He's second all-time in wins, and what perseverance he showed to be the assistant for 29 years and end up with the head coaching job and to keep that success going.
The respect that he has in the area is almost unfounded. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him because he's a likable guy. He gives his all, and he's raising not just players, but he's raising young men that are, number one, about their grades and, scholarship. But number two, just, understanding you're getting a Villanova degree, and it has to mean something to you.
So you see Coach Ferrante getting some congratulations as Villanova improves to 11-2. Lehigh's dream season ends at 12-1. As we are now joined by the defensive star of this game for Villanova, 5th-year senior Shane Hartzell. Shane, congratulations on the win. Robert Lee, Barrett Brooks with you.
Thank you, thank you.
It was a low-scoring game. Both teams kind of punching and counter-punching in that first half. Talk about the job your defense did to really step up, especially on some of those key series in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we talk about every week stopping the run. If we can stop the run, that makes them one-dimensional. And, as they drive down the field, you give us a blade of grass and we'll defend it. So that's kind of the mentality, the resilience that we have on this defense.
Hey, Hartzell, I looked at it, and towards the end of the game, halfway through the third and into the fourth, I started, you're reading your keys, and you were just kind of following the quarterback, following Johnson, more so than just running gaps. So that's something that you guys talked about at halftime. What made you do that?
Yeah, it kind of just depends how the game goes. If they're running the ball more, a little more pass, just playing into the scheme that we have for the week. Yeah.
Shane, you're a 5th-year senior, and we mentioned it a couple times in the game. You're from about 20 miles south of here, Percy, PA. What does it mean to you to have this kind of win so close to home?
Yeah, I know it means the world. I got a lot of people here today, maybe 20. Close family, some cousins and stuff. So, it means the world that they can be here to support me.
That is a great play, man. The fumble recovery. You recovered the fumble, just get these guys going and stopped it. That's a great play, man. And, and that's just you, the senior, closing the deal in the second round for the Wildcats.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, Shane, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Shane Hartzell, from a fifth-year senior, first-team All-CAA, and he was one of the finalists for the Buck Buchanan Award as the top defensive player in FCS. We're now joined by the winning head coach of the Villanova Wildcats, Mark Ferrante, in his 9th season. Coach Robert Lee, Barrett Brooks, congratulations on the win. You told us, we asked you what are the keys. He said, make the fewest mistakes. They had 2 turnovers in the second half. You did not have any turnovers for the game. How key was that?
Well, obviously, that's what it came down to, right? They moved the ball pretty well at times, but our defense played their tail off today. And, yeah, that was a hard-fought game. They're as advertised. They defend the run really well, get to the ball. They run the ball pretty well, and they had some big plays against us, but it did come down to those 2 turnovers and those mistakes. So I think both teams played really great football today. And that's kind of what we talked about on the pregame, right? We talked about who's going to make the fewest mistakes, and 2 turnovers to 0 works out in our favor.
Coach, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the second half, coming out to the second half. But what did you say to your team to really make them focus, settle down, and become more disciplined?
Well, you know what? We didn't really say anything. I told you guys again in the pregame show that our guys have been great. They've been working hard all year. We go in the locker room at halftime, whether we're down, whether we're up big, or whether it's 0-0 like it was today. So basically, they just kept the composure. They said, hey, we got 30 more minutes. It's 0-0, literally 0-0. So, you say that all the time. When it's 10-10 or something, people say, coaches say it all the time, hey, it's 0-0, you got 30 minutes to go. And that's really the message that they had. And they just, this team does a really good job hanging together and playing for each other. And the locker room's really good right now. Offense, defense, special teams, all pulling for each other. And obviously, offense was a little stale today, but I'll give credit to Lehigh's defense, and our defense stepped up when they needed to, for sure.
Coach, let's ask you about the guy we just talked to, Shane Hartzell. You said he's the guy who does everything right at the right time, all the time. What about his performance today and leading you to victory?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know how many tackles he had or anything like that. He had that big sack down there that forced them to a punt. And then, he came up with that second turnover. So he was Johnny on the spot with that one as well. So he just great player. He's a great student, and he's a better person. I mean, we're going to miss him, but he's had a heck of a career for us. And, if all our guys, follow the example of Shane Hartzell, will be going in the right direction.
Coach, 3rd quarter final in the last 5 years. Congratulations. Have a great trip to either Texas or North Dakota, and best of luck next week.
Appreciate
luck,
you guys. Appreciate you. But if North Dakota wins, they got to come to our place.
There you go. Point. Good point.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So,
that's right. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Mark Ferrante, the head coach of Villanova, heading back to the quarterfinals again this year with an exciting 14-7 win over Lehigh. Barrett enjoyed it. Terrific game here in the Lehigh Valley. Our final score, it was Villanova 14, Lehigh 7. Villanova moves on to the quarterfinals, where they'll either visit Tarleton State or host North Dakota next weekend. For our entire terrific crew, beautiful day here in Bethlehem. Robert Lee saying so long from Bethlehem, PA. Villanova moves on to the quarterfinals with a 14-7 victory.